Hindi. Kausap ko na si speaker ko, nagsabi nito, nakatayo mag-uusap. Oo, text ko. Ay, wala ko, huwag muna si speaker.
We will resume in 1 minute. So, Comsec, please make sure the resource persons are all seated. Yung pong resource persons na naimbita kanina na walang kinalaman po sa Pogo, you are excused. Okay. Hearing is resumed. So, we will now proceed with the deliberation on the issue of Pogo. And we have here with us the resource persons that members can ask questions to. So, before that, we would like to ask the Senior Deputy Speaker, Don Gonzales, and Deputy Speaker, J.J. Suarez, for their presentation.
JJ muna.
Yes, J.J., you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. I just want to make sure that, Mr. Chair, is our computer and slide ready? Okay. Mr. Chair, if I may? Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, please proceed.
The Quadcom was born out of a most interesting discovery. From the separate hearings of the Committees of Dangerous Drugs, Public Accounts, Human Rights, and Public Order and Safety. Mukhang may natisod po kami. Mukhang may koneksyon at pare-pareho ang cast of characters. The criminal enterprise has penetrated us and has been operating with quiet impunity. And out of these operations that led to a monopoly of crimes, crimes such as human trafficking, kidnapping, prostitution, murder, love scams, crypto scams, at lahat na ng cyber crimes. Hindi lang po yan. Nagsimula na silang kamkamin ang lupa na dapat para sa Pilipino. Para sa Pilipino lamang. Gamit ang iba't ibang korporasyon at mga individual na mabanyagang pretending to be Filipinos sa pamamagitan ng pamemeke ng mga birth certificates at iba pang government IDs. This is a serious threat to our national security and our sovereignty as a nation. As the investigations progressed, there were corporations that kept surfacing with familiar names, names that have been tied to cases, controversial investigations in nature. Dahil po dito, we went into a deep dive into these corporations. Are they really connected? Using open sources, documents from SEC, at mga records na naisumite sa iba't ibang committee na bumubuo ng Quadcom, we discovered a pattern, a partnership, an alignment. Nung nakita po namin ang pattern, sinundan po namin ito pataas. Ang mga korporasyon na ito stripped it of its layers to get to the top and through it all. And we have discovered and identified at least two main actors or players in the issue of drugs, illegal activities associated with Pogos. At ang dalawang aktor na ito, ipinakikilala ko po sa inyo si Michael Yang at si Alan Lim. Marami nang naisulat at nire-report at naging usap-usapan tungkol kay Michael Yang. Michael Yang has been linked to various controversies in the past. This includes, among others, his alleged involvement in the importation and proliferation of drugs into our country. Nadawit din po ang pangalan niya sa Pharmaly. Si Michael Yang din po ay ang former economic advisor appointed by the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Then, there is Wei Zhonglin, a.k.a. Alan Lim. Kagaya po ni Michael, he is no stranger to articles written about him and other controversies. According to reports, Alan Lim and Michael Yang are business partners in the drug trade. Sila po ay tahasang pinangalanan ni Colonel Asierto as being so. At sa kanya din po ang isa sa mga naunang pogo sa ating bansa. In studying these individuals, napansin po natin that they use the same set of people and build multiple layers for their corporations. Layering, pero nabuko natin dahil sa pattern ng kanilang nominees. Para po madali natin maintindihan ang presentation, pag nakita po natin ang kulay blue, ito po ay umuugnay kay Michael Yang. At ang kulay pula naman po, yan naman po ay konektado kay Alan Lim. Next slide, please. Ang paulit-ulit na tao na associated kay Michael Yang ay ang mga sumusunod. Jason Uson, Gerald Cruz, Yukin Zeng. Kung atin pong matatandaan, hindi bago ang pangalan na Jason Uson at Gerald Cruz. Dahil nadawit na po ito, ang mga pangalan nila sa investigasyon ng Pharmaly. Ayon sa mga nakita naming sources at documents, ang mga personality na ito ay lahat based in Davao. This is significant considering the connections of Michael Yang in Davao City, where he owns a very interesting property. At syempre, hindi natin pwede makalimutan ang mga kapatid ni Michael Yang. Recently po, lumutang ang panganay na si Yang Jianjin, also known as Tony Yang or Antonio Maestrado Lim. Welcome to the House of Representatives. At ang kapatid niyang si Yang Hongjiang. Ang magkapatid rin na Michael Yang at Hongjiang Yang ang may-ari ng DCLA Plaza at Yangzi Group Trading Company. Kamakailan lamang ay napag-alaman natin na nariyan din pala si Tony Lim. Davao City Los Amigos Plaza, DCLA, which was incorporated in 2011 in Davao City, is one of the first known businesses established by Michael Yang. connected to this complex web of corporations that are involved in the proliferation of criminal activities in the Philippines. Sa affidavit na isinumite ni Arturo Lascanya sa ICC, base sa mga reports, ay itong DCLA Plaza ay ginagamit lamang bilang front ni Michael Yang to conduct his illegal activities. Dito daw labas-pasok ang mga drug couriers. Ang Yang Z Group Trading Company naman po ay isang korporasyon din na pagmamayari ni Hong Zhang Yang at Michael Yang na sangkot sa mga illegal importation ng mga iba't ibang mga goods. Puntahan naman natin si Yang Jianjin o si Antonio Maestrado Lim. Si Tony Yang is the eldest brother among the Yang brothers. Siya daw ang totoong mastermind at architect sa lahat ng operasyon ng criminal syndicate ng Yang brothers dito sa ating bansa. Tony Yang is based in Cagayan de Oro where he owns multiple businesses katulad ng Yang Z Hotel, dating Pogo Hub, at ang Philippine Sanja Steel Corporation na involved sa rice smuggling at human trafficking. Siya din ang presidente at incorporator ng Oroan Incorporated, isang service provider for Shongwei Technologies na pagmamay-ari ni Alan Lim. Si Tony Yang din ang may-ari ng Alwana Business Park where several unlawful activities have been reported. Nung nahuli si Tony Yang, may dala-dala po yang 1.4 million pesos in cash at mga iba't ibang lisensya for firearms. Gusto ko pong bigyang pugay ang PAOK TF. Congratulations po sa inyong paghuli kay Tony Yang. Tulad po ni Michael Yang, it would appear from reports that we have gathered in previous investigations that Alan Lim has a select number of associates whose names constantly and consistently appear in corporations that are owned by him or we have observed are actually connected to him. The most obvious figure in this network of companies of Alan Lim has built is his wife, Rose Nonolin. Sinundan namin si Rose Lynn, follow the trail kumbaga, at isa siya na nagko-connect kay Michael Yang at Alan Lim. This is a known fact at makikita po natin mamaya that Rose Nonolin is an incorporator of at least 8 companies where Michael Yang is involved in, such as Piley Estate Group, formerly known as Piley Holdings, Philippine Full Wind Group of Companies. Ang entry point niya sa Pogo ay ang Shongwei Technology. Kung mapapansin niyo po, kapag binaliktad po natin yung pangalan na Shongwei, this is the Chinese name of Wei Zhonglin, aka Alan Lim. Now, what is Shongwei Technology? Shongwei is a Pogo, which was registered as a Philippine corporation in 2016. Isa po ito sa mapangunahing Pogo sa ating bansa. While Alan Lim does not appear as a director or shareholder of Shongwei in any of his corporate records, the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, reported that Alan Lim, using his identity as Lin Weizhong, served as chairman of this corporation. Shongwei service providers include Brick Hearts, Turquoise Diamond, Technology Corporation, Shidaikeki Technology Corporation, and Orowan Incorporated. As previously reported, Xiongwei and Brickhardt shared the same email address. While this alone seems inconsequential, circumstances would show that Xiongwei is part of the network of companies belonging to Yang and Lim, which is involved in illegal activities in our country. In fact, it has been reported that Xiongwei was involved in 5 of the 7 kidnapping cases reported by Colonel Rodolfo Castil Jr., the Philippine National Police Anti-Kidnapping Group. Ngayon, balikan po natin ang ating paghihimay sa korporasyon ni Michael Yang at Alan Lim. Here we can see that Michael Yang has several persons which consistently appear as shareholders in his companies, such as DCLA Plaza and Yangtze Trading Company. These persons are Jason Uson and Yung Kin-Zeng. It would appear that Jason Uson, allegedly a Filipino citizen, consistently owns at least 60% of these companies in apparent compliance of our nationality requirement. On the other hand, Alan Lim, Rose Nonolin, a Filipino citizen, identified to be his wife, consistently appears as a shareholder in his companies. In XRL Holdings, Rose Nonolin is 60% owner, again, in compliance with our nationality requirement. Several companies, Piley Holdings Corporation and Piley Estate Group Corporation, appear to be 50% owned by the Michael Yang Group and the Alan Lim Group, respectively. The same individuals, Jason Uson, Yung Kin-Zeng, are shareholders of these corporations together with Michael Yang. Meanwhile, Rose Nonolin, Alan Lim are shareholders from the Alan Lim side. Silipin naman po natin itong Piley Estate Corporation. Ano ang Piley Estate Group? Ang Piley Estate ang nagtayo ng Clark Majestic World, a mixed-use real estate development. Very similar ang mga condominium units dito sa mga residential units na ginagamit ng mga Pogo employees. The businesses of Michael Yang and Alan Lim seem to always be involved or associated with illegal activities. For example, there are reports that the people who were held captive were found inside the Clark Majestic World. Another company providing the link between the partnership of Michael Yang and Alan Lim is the Philippine Full Wind Group of Companies. Again, Alan Lim is not a direct shareholder of this company. His wife, Rose Nonolin, is. Consistent po yan sa obserbasyon natin na itong si Rose Nonolin is the representative, kumbaga, ng totoong may-ari na si Alan Lim. Similarly, Michael Yang has no direct shareholdings in the company. Jason Lim, Yung Kin-Zeng are also shareholders of DCLA Plaza that own a substantial part in the Full Wind. Mapapansin din po natin si Gerald Cruz. Kung atin po matatandaan, kasama ni Rose Nonolin, si Gerald Cruz, sila po ang mga directors ng Pharmaly Biological Company, the sister company of the infamous Pharmaly Pharmaceuticals. Again, these personalities appear as dummies for Michael Yang. Kapansin-pansin dito na parte sa korporasyon ang kapatid ni Michael Yang na si Hong Jiangyang. Tignan naman po natin ang karakter nitong si Hong Jiangyang. Sino naman si Hong Jiangyang? Ayon sa mga report, kapatid po siya ni Michael Yang. He was also identified as the manager of DCLA store of Michael Yang in Davao City. Napaka-interesting po na pumasok ang pangalan ni Hong Jiangyang sa Qualified Trafficking Investigation in Bamban, Pogo-Controversy. Bakit? It was reported that Hong Jiangyang's accounts were linked to the transactions amounting to 3.2 billion pesos, which were allegedly used to finance Hong Sheng. The same Pogo, which was raided in Interlocking and linked to Alice Guo's Baofu Land Development Incorporated. Sa madaling sabi, ka-joint account po ni Hong Jiangyang si Zheng Yu na incorporator naman ng Hong Sheng Gaming Technology. Flashback muna tayo at balikan po natin si Michael Yang na lumutang doon sa Farmally Senate hearing and investigation. It was established during the Senate hearings 3 years ago na itong si Michael Yang ang financier ng Farmally when it was involved in the procurement of face masks and PPEs. Medyo iba na ito kasi ang pinagkakakitaan niya ay hindi drugs, hindi pogo, kung hindi sa panahon ng pandemya na maraming Pilipino ang napaluhod at pinahirapan ng COVID-19, pinagkakitaan po ang kalagayan ng mamamayang Pilipino. Nakikita po natin sa slide na ito na parehas po ang modus na ginagamit ni Michael Yang at saka ni Alan Lim. Michael Yang Group using Gerald Cruz, Alan Lim Group using his wife, Rose Nonolin. Balikan na naman po natin ang Pogo. Usisain po natin ang Xiongwei. Xiongwei is the licensed Pogo of Alan Lim. Isa sa kanyang service providers ay itong Brick Hearts Technology. Brick Hearts, kung susundan natin ang pattern, appears to be owned by the tandem of Michael Yang and Alan Lim. And some individuals who were still investigating, but coincidentally, nung tininan po namin kung saan po sila nakatira, lahat po sila mukhang nakatira sa Davao. At sino naman ang Brick Hearts? Ayon sa publicly available sources, makikita natin na noong 2022, Brick Hearts was involved in a kidnapping incident. It was found that a woman was kidnapped in Pasay, brought to a Pogo dorm in Cavite, where she was sold off to a Chinese national. Binenta ang isang Pilipina sa isang Chinese national. Pagkatapos nito, siya po ay binugbog. Dinala sa isang Pogo dorm in Shuangma Industrial Park in Cavite. Shuangma is run by Brick Hearts Technology. A similar kidnapping incident of a Chinese national was also reported here. Interestingly, Brick Hearts has the same address of Xiongwei Technologies, which is owned by Alan Lim. Di ba kabit-kabit na? Corporate documents of Brick Hearts were also found in the Pogo raid in Bamban, Tarlac. So makikita natin na habang itong Brick Hearts na based in Cavite, bakit ang papel nito ay matatagpuan at nahanap sa Banban? Naglakad kaya ito o sumakay ng isang small boat? papunta sa Banban. Let's dig deeper dito sa mga Pogo. Yan po ay ilan sa mga service providers of the Pogo of Alan Lim. Turquoise Diamond Technology, Bidas-Kontrabidas Technology, at Oroan Incorporated. Bago pa lang natin ito malaman, ang Oroan, sabay na po lumutang ang kapatid ni Michael Yang na si Tony Yang. Makikita natin dito ang iba-iba pang mga personalities na closely associated or dummies of Alan Lim. Makikita rin po natin dito ang link ni Alan Lim sa kuya ni Michael Yang na si Tony Yang. Puntahan naman natin itong Oroan Incorporated. Ano ang Oroan Incorporated? Ayon sa AOI or Articles of Incorporation ng Oroan, ito ay itinayo primary for the purpose of engaging in internet allied businesses and providing call center services sa business processing and outsourcing. However, it was later found out that Oroan was a customer relations service provider of one of Alan Lim's Pogo, which is Shongwei Technologies. Ayon sa mga news reports, meron ding unlawful activities na naganap sa Alwana Compound, Cagayan de Oro, where Oroan is located. Si Tony Yang, ang president at incorporator ng Oroan. At dito makikita ang direct link ni Tony Yang sa kaibigan at close associate ng kapatid niya na si Michael Yang at Alan Lim. Balik naman po tayo sa ibang service providers ng Shongwei, ng Turquoise at Bidas-Kontrabidas. Based on PAGCOR documents and records, Turquoise, Bidas-Kontrabidas, and Oroan are service providers of Shongwei. But what is extremely suspicious here is the fact that two of these service providers, Turquoise and Bidas-Kontrabidas, were found to be inside the Baofu compound sa teritoryo ni Alice Guo, na ang Pogo na ito ay ang Hongzhen Zunyuan. So ang tanong, bakit yun nandun? Dito po natin makikita ang grupo ni Alice Guo na pawang nasa same circle and networks of friends si Alan Lim and Michael Yang. And as we know, ang Baofu ang kasunod.
DS, sinuka mo muna ng tubig na malamig, baka nauhaw ka na. Now, I'm sure, given the current developments on Alice Guo, that we are all familiar with. Ang Baofu compound, it is the biggest Pogo compound in Bamban, Tarlac, and owned by Baofu Development Incorporated. Baofu equals Alice. Uulitin ko po na several service providers of Alan Lim's Shongwei Technologies are linked to Baofu. Customer relations providers of Shongwei Turquoise Diamond Technology Corporation and Bidas-Kontrabidas Technology Corporation can be found inside the Baofu compound. Brickhart's documents were likewise found inside the Baofu compound. Sino pa ang may link sa Baofu? Siyempre, ang Yang. Tingnan po natin ang next slide. Ang link ay na kay Ong Jian Yang, ang kapatid ni Michael Yang. As stated kanina, ni Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, ka-joint account ni Ong Jian Yang, si Zhen Kan Yu, ang incorporator ng Hong Sheng. At sa usapin pa rin po ng Pogo, ay huwag din nating kakalimutan ang Porac, Pampanga, kung saan nakilala natin ang Lucky South 99. Ang Lucky South 99 naman ay pawang nauugnay sa Ong Zeng Zun Yuan dahil sa close association naman ng nakilala nating representative ng Lucky South na si Cassie Ong. Ang Lucky South 999 ay kilalang-kilala na po natin. Sa raid na naganap dyan ay kahindik-hindik na krimen po ang nakadiskubre natin dyan. Nariyan ang mga kinidnap, tinorture, pinatay, mga na-recover na videos na may nalalaman po ng pag-aabuso sa mga kababayan o iba pang sex crimes o mga cyber scams. So bakit po natin sinasabing kahit papaano ay kasama ito sa web? Dahil po naman, yan ang makikita nating koneksyon dito sa Hong Zeng Zun Yuan o ang Baofu. Tinan po natin ang links. Una po, it follows the same pattern o modus operandi. Nagsisimula po ito sa pagbili ng mga hektaryang lupain kung sa Bamban ay namili ay ang Baofu sa Porac, ang namili ay ang Whirlwind. Pagkatapos po niyan, ay magtatayo ng mga structures o buildings. Diyan, kung titingnan mo, ang halos pare-parehong lang ang prison-like facilities. At halos kasabay ng pagtatayo ng physical structure ay mag-a-apply po ito ng Pogo license. Sa Banban, ito ang Ong Sen o Zun Yuan. Sa Porac, ito naman ang Lucky South 99. May mga links din po ang mga personalidad dito. Si Zhang Zi na taga Singapore, ang dating presidente ng Lucky South 99, ay napabalitang tumulong kina Alice Guo at Cassie Ong para sa stay nila sa Indonesia. Si Duan Ren Wu na nauugnay naman sa Whirlwind at Lucky South ay kay Cassie Ong ay namataan na kasama ni Alice Guo sa Indonesia. At alam po naman natin na kasama si Cassie Ong ang pamilya Guo habang sila ay nasa ibang bansa sa tangkang tumakas sa lahat ng nakakabit na kontrobersya nila dito sa ating bansa, sa Pilipinas. Maliban sa mga links ng ganyan, ang mga nag-ooperate within the Pogo compound sa Banban at sa Porac ay pare-parehong sangkot sa mga krimen na human trafficking, cybercrimes at kung ano-ano pa. Bakit po natin sinasabing kasama rin po dito? Kasi ganyan po ang criminal enterprise. Ang criminal enterprise as defined, it is a group of individuals with an identified hierarchy or comparable structure engaged in criminality activity. balikan po natin. Sina Michael Yang, sina Alan Lim, sa Pogo lang ba? Hindi po. Hindi lang Pogo at Parmali, may drugs pa po. May drugs pa po. Tingnan po natin yung next slide. The Michael Yang and Alan Lim group, as shown here, are linked to Golden Sun 999, which is significant because it connects us to Empire 999 na makikita natin mamaya na heavily involved pala sa mass land acquisition and drugs. Ang layo na po ang inabot ng mga korporasyon at mga krimen. At nakikita po natin na konektado pa rin. Relevantly, the connection lies in the interlocking directors or common incorporators, shareholders among these corporations. As mentioned earlier, Rose Nono Lim, the wife of Alan Lim, and Gerald Cruz and Lincoln Ong, known as associates of Michael Yang, were all implicated in the Parmali scandal. Both Rose Nonolin and Gerald Cruz are incorporators of Golden Sun 999 along with I.D. Tae-Yang. I.D. Tae-Yang is also an incorporator of Empire 999 Realty Corporation, where it was reported that almost 3.6 billion worth of shabu was found and confiscated. This warehouse is owned by Mr. Willie Ong, an incorporator of both Empire 999 and Sunflare Industrial Corporation. Lincoln Ong, who is also an incorporator of Parmali Pharmaceutical, and I.D. Tae-Yang, who is an incorporator of Golden Sun 999 and Empire 999, are also both incorporators of Mexico 999. Sino po si Empire 999? Tingnan po natin. Empire 999 Realty Corporation is a registered corporation with the SEC since 2015, with some of its incorporators being Willie Ong, I.D. Tae-Yang, Jack Tae-Yang, and Alvin Ganituen. As shown, these people are the same people who provide the link between what appears to be an entity owned by Yang and Lim, which is Golden Sun 999 to Empire 999. Empire 999 has been reported to be involved in illegal drug activities in the country, which is owned warehouse being the recipient of the at least 560 kilos of shabu with an estimated cost of 3.6 billion pesos. This shabu were reportedly shipped from Bangkok, Thailand. Makikita po natin na naglipa na sa ating bansa ang mga ito. Ang Yang brothers na si Michael Yang, Ong Jiang Yang, at si Tony Yang andito na, pati ang close associate ni Michael Yang na si Alan Lim. Nandito din si Ma'am Alice Guo at malamang ang mga tao sa likod ng Lucky South 99 as presented by Cassie Ong. Dito makikita natin ay bawat isa-isa sa kanila ay may iba't ibang focus o areas of influence sa ating bansa. These Chinese nationals are setting up corporations all over the country, taking advantage to our laws by perpetrating and promoting illegal activities So the great prejudice of our country and Filipino people, nariyan po tayo ngayon. Such is the sorry state of our country. Kaya po tayo ngayon nandito. Mayroon po tayong pinormang Quadcom. Hindi lang konektado ang mga krimen, konektado rin pala ang mga tao na nagpapalakad ng mga ito. Hindi po ito titigil hanggang masisid at masimot natin ang lahat ng pwedeng malaman ukol sa sindikatong ito. At kung paano nila nagawa ang pagsasamantala sa ating bansa upang magawa namin ang aming sworn duty at constitutional responsibility para mapalakas sa ating mga batas at maprotektaan ang lahat ng Pilipino. Marami po ang nababahala. Marami ang nagsasabi, puro imbestigasyon. Wala namang mangyayari dyan. Hindi po ito nagtatapos sa trabaho ng Quadcom. Ang imbestigasyon na ito na aming binibigyan ng panahon, pagod, ay simula lamang. We will come out with recommendation to address this. Cleansing, paglilinis, mahirap, pero gagawin po namin at kakayanan namin dahil ito po ay para sa sambayanang Pilipino. Sa ngayon ay uncover pa lang po natin ang criminal enterprise. Wala po tayo sa tanong na who enabled them to freely and with impunity operate. Mga dayuhan po ang identify natin. Hindi po ito makaka-operate kung walang mga Pilipinong tumutulong sa gawaing ito. Wala pa rin po tayo sa financial links. Kulang pa. To completely paralyze them is to cut the financial stream o ang agos ng pera. Saan na naman po nagkulang ang ating batas sa dalawang usaping ito? We will end their era. Tatapusin po natin ito. Samahan niyo po kaming miyembro ng Quadcom, itong miyembro ng 19th Congress. Ito po para sa ating bansa. Ito po para sa susunod na henerasyon. Ibalato po natin at ibigay po natin ang magandang bukas sa ating bansa. Hindi lang po ito ang laban ng Kongreso. Laban po natin ito bilang mga Pilipino. Sino ba naman ang hindi naghahangad ng mas maayos na mabuting Pilipinas? Oo, para po tayong napapaloob sa isang teleserye. May ending din po ito, but sa ngayon, abagan ang susunod na kabanata. The Quadcom is not done. Dakal pong salamat, may pabingid, at thank you very much kay kayong ampo.
Thank you. Thank you, Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales. Before we proceed with the interpellation, may we ask if the resource persons has engaged a lawyer in this particular committee hearing? Those who have not entered their appearance before this committee, please, may we ask the council to please enter your appearance?
I am Attorney Micaelo Jaime Sires. I am appearing in behalf of Mr. Tony Yang.
Tony Yang.
Good evening, Your Honors. Attorney Nicole Hamilla appearing as counsel for Ms. Alice Gua under the same law firm of Attorney Stephen David, Your Honors.
Are you the same lawyer that she engaged last week?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please. Page, can you please...
Respectfully appearing for resource person Undersecretary Jose Gabriel Lavinia, Attorney Gabriel Enriquez, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. For those of you who are here tonight for this committee hearing and have not taken their oath yet, Comsec, please administer the oath.
Yes, thank you. And even those, yes, please. And please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry, so help you God? Yes? Yes.
Okay, thank
The
you.
oath has been administered, sir.
Thank you very much. Does Mr. Yang have an interpreter? You're the interpreter? Okay. Mr. Yang? Mr. Yang, you need an interpreter? Yeah. So, siya yung interpreter mo? Siya, ha? Siya. Okay, thank you. Now, we'll proceed with the interpolation. The first to interpolate is, let me just get my list. The first in the list is Congressman Rog Gutierrez. You have 5 minutes, Congressman Gutierrez. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, as much as we would like to interpolate si Mr. Yang, I'd like to clear a few things po, especially in light of the matrix with some of our resource persons from last time. Because I think of note talaga po sa ating matrix is that it seems to be a parallel operation. Nakita po natin na yung first parts of our Quadcom were only scratching the surface. Itong mga Pogo operations pala happening in parallel is only the initial and it's the lower level actually. And now we're moving up. But before we move on with Mr. Yang, I just have a few questions. Kasi nga po, nakita natin, parallel po based on the matrix. For example, I'm sure there are many more Pogo operations, pero parallel po yung sa Porac and yung sa Bamban. So that, Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my first question to Ms. Ong and to Ms. Guo. Ms. Ong, you said before that kilala niyo po si Ms. Guo. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And in what capacity po yan, Ms. Ong?
Nakilala ko lang po siya dahil kay Wesley Go po.
Si Wesley Guo is supposedly your boyfriend po. Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And you've met Wesley Guo how po?
Somewhere in Binondo po.
In Binondo po. Pero si Wesley Guo, the brother of Alice Guo, Mr. Chair, may I direct my question to Ms. Alice Guo? You mentioned po you lived in Tarlac for most of your life po. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So from age 0 to, you claim to be 38 po, no, Ms. Guo? From 0 to 38, talagang residence po ninyo is Tarlac.
Yes po.
Have you at any point in time found yourself in Binondo?
Binondo, never naman po ako tumira sa Binondo.
Never tumira. But you visited Binondo po ba?
Yes po.
For what purpose po kaya yan?
Minsan mamasyal, minsan may bibilhin. Opo.
Okay. So from there, would you have an idea of the circumstances surrounding the meeting of Miss Ong and your brother, si Wesley?
Sorry po, one more time po.
May idea po kayo kung paano nakilala si Wesley, si Miss Ong?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
So sariling lakad niya po yun, yung sa Binondo, and then they met?
Yes po.
Okay. I direct my questions again to Miss Ong. So you say you're in a relationship with Wesley. Ano po yung birthday ni Wesley Guo?
February 23.
Feb 23?
Yes po.
That would peg him, what year po?
1990... wait, bilangin ko lang po.
Mr. Chair, do we have anyone who can confirm the date? Because my data says otherwise.
I think...
Perhaps, Mr. Chair, I can ask the Bureau of Immigration. They might have the documents po, no? Mr. Chair, directing my question to the Bureau of Immigration, anong birthday po ni Mr. Wesley Guo based on his Philippine passport?
Mr. Chair, good evening. Unfortunately, we don't have it, but I undertake to give it before the end of the session, sir.
Okay, please can we confirm? Because as far as I understand, I've seen the picture of the passport and it said February 1. And it would be very curious po na Miss Ong wouldn't know the birthday of her boyfriend for 4 years na po. Tama po. But we'll confirm it later po naman, no? We don't have the data. Would you know po kung anong schools pinuntahan ni Wesley Guo? Boyfriend mo po of 4 years, hindi mo po alam kung anong schools pinuntahan niya?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Isn't that curious? Di ka man lang na-curious kung saan po siya pumunta for schooling?
Hindi po.
So ano yung mga... What aspects of his life do you know about? Alam mo po ba kung ano yung hobbies niya?
Maglaro po.
Maglaro
Yung hobby ng gamdam.
ng gam-gam.
Parang robot.
Robot.
Yun lang po.
And the nature of his work, are you familiar po?
No po.
Hindi rin. So as supposedly a couple from 2020 or 2021, hindi mo po alam yung school niya, hindi mo po alam yung interest niya, and I'm pretty sure hindi mo alam yung birthday niya. So that's what I'm trying to point out here, Mr. Chair. I do not believe in the story that Miss Guo and Miss Ong know each other through the brother. In fact, I believe the matrix more in which what binds them is their work relation through Mr. Duan Renwu and Mr. Xiang Jie. And in fact, if there's anything that I would change to the matrix, I would say that dapat si Duan Renwu and si Xiang Jie should be in the middle between the two because he is the link that binds. Because, Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask again, between the two, between Baofu, which I think, Ms. Guo, ano po yung relation po natin sa Baofu?
Your Honor, after po ako nag-divest, wala na po kami relationship.
Oh, but prior po, you were an incorporator.
Prior po, Baofu, landowner.
Okay, landowner po talaga. So, Baofu, may link po tayo kay Ms. Guo. Kay Ms. Ong naman, admittedly, incorporator ng LS99 through Mr. Duan Renwu. So we see, ito na po yung sinasabi ng matrix na parallel operation. We have here two owners of yung supposedly, yung land-owning corporation, which will eventually lend to the Pogo, of which they are still actually a part of. Yung si Mr. Duan Renwu, if I remember, is ninong po ni Ms. Ong. Is that correct, Ms. Ong?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And admittedly, si Mr. Duan Renwu, kilala rin po ni Ms. Guo. Is that correct, Ms. Guo?
Your Honor, nakilala ko po siya through Cassie Lee.
Through Cassie, allegedly. You met Cassie through the boyfriend na hindi niya nga mabanggit kung anong school or anong birthday. But admittedly, you know si Mr. Duan Renwu, who you were seen together abroad when you escaped the Philippines. Is that correct, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, na-met ko po siya nung sinama po ni Cassie sa amin.
Oh, pero kasama po ninyo abroad. Indonesia po ba yan or Malaysia?
Hindi po kasama. Na-met ko lang po siya dahil sinama po ni Cassie.
Dahil doon. And Mr. Duan Renwu and Mr. Jiang Chen naman, paano mo po kilala, Ms. Guo? Siya po yung nag-arrange ng hotel nyo, di ba?
Your Honor, hindi ko po kilala si Jiang Jie.
Hindi nyo po kilala. Pero in-arrange lang po yung hotel nyo.
Hindi po siya nag-arrange ng hotel namin. Hindi ko po siya kilala.
Hindi niyo po kilala. Okay, we'll come back to that. So si Mr. Duan Renwu and si Xiang Jie, na president of LS99, dito po natin nakikita in parallel po yung nangyayari sa kanila. And why I find it hard to believe, for example, yung kwento ni Ms. Ong na kilala niya si Ms. Guo through the boyfriend, di naman lang masubstantiate. And kay Ms. Guo naman, although this might be hearsay for the committee, pero ako po personally, I hope you'd understand, di po ako naniniwala sa story na kayo po ay sa Tarlac from 0 to 38. Actually, Mr. Chair, can we ask the committee if naka-ready po yung photo? It was already shown before, pero yung class photo po ni Ms. Guo.
Secretariat.
Ms. Guo, while waiting for that po, you say you were born in 1986. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
That puts you at, how old are you now po?
38.
38. And at the time, naalala niyo po yung picture po no, na na-present last time. But you claim na di niyo po yun... You invoked your right. Yung picture, class picture niyo po.
I invoke my right.
You invoked your right. Pwede mo naman sabihin na hindi ikaw yun, di ba?
Your Honor, I hope you understand, sa sobrang dami na pong kaso na nasampahan po ngayon sa court, kaya anything po na isasagot ko po dito sa inyo might use against me po.
Opo. Well, I think that's why I have a tendency not to believe you po. Kasi kung talagang hindi ikaw yan, I think you would have said that's not you. but instead you invoked your right to self-incrimination. And why do I not believe that? I can identify two of the people behind you. Magkabatch po tayo, Ms. Guo. I know what year this was taken. And they have a description of you. Nung pumasok ka po sa Grace, napaka-thick po ng accent ninyo, Mandarin lang ang kaya niyong salita. But you were very friendly and you were very makulit. And that's why they had a hard time to forget you, even though hanggang grade 3 ka lang daw po doon. Now I know, like I said, that's hearsay as far as the committee is concerned kasi hindi naman nandito yung may personal knowledge doon. But when I was talking to that person with personal knowledge, na-convinced naman po ako. And they've identified you. In fact, if you were 38 and this picture was 2001, you would have been 13, 14 po ba? Eh, kasing age mo naman yung mga 19, these people were born 91, 92. Kasize mo naman po, I don't think you're that much older than them. And that's why I really don't buy that story that you were born in 1986. And I don't buy the story that this is not you. In fact, they called you Ping. Ping po yung nickname niyo dito. But anyway, that's just to prove the point po, no? But what does that say about the testimony here before us? Thank you, Comsec, for the picture. We have a Latin maxim po, no? Falsis in uno, falsus in omnibus. When you're false in one thing, it's false in everything. So this puts into light every statement that you have made. Of course, aside from the statements made regarding the right against self-incrimination. But if we're talking po about everything she said, that she was in Tarlac for 30 years, that all of her life, or the fact po that she was not the person in the Bamban resolution, this is going to be your testimony versus documentary evidence. Yung Bamban resolution number 185 series of 2020, citing you as the applicant for Hongsheng Gaming, ano po yung sagot mo doon? You said you have no recollection at all kung paano nasama yung pangalan po ninyo. Tama po ba yan, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, all related Hongsheng, Baofu, I invoke my right against self-incrimination po.
Okay. And this proves it even more. If you can't relate to us how you're related to the resto, then I guess the document stands po na may kinalaman po kayo sa Hongsheng. Another thing po, you claim na walang Filipinos involved sa escape. How do we know that we can take that for granted? Kasi, yun nga, as far as we're concerned, false in one, false in all. And then, of course, the allegations that 3.2 billion was transferred to Hongsheng through the partners mentioned earlier. And it's parallel also because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Chair Dan Fernandez mentioned there was also a similar transfer going on between Mr. Duan Renwu and Ms. Cassandra Ong. So we see nga po na talagang I think may basis yung matrix, talagang parallel yung operations, and I think that's as much as we can get from them. Baofu and Hongsheng versus Lucky South 99 and Whirlwind are two sides of the same coin. They're parallel operations held by a consistent cast of characters, and now that the Quadcom is digging deeper, we're now moving up the ladder. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to get anything more from Ms. Ong and Ms. Guo, given that they have cases and they have repeatedly cited their right. They've repeatedly invoked the right against self-incrimination. So I think we have no choice but to move on with the matrix. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'd be asking my questions to Mr. Yang.
Yeah, but before that, Your Honor, let me ask the lawyer of Ms. Alice Go. Your participation here is to advise your client only of her legal rights. And please, advise her also what questions she needs to answer. If the question being asked, being propounded by a member is not related to the case that she is facing, then you have to compel her to answer. And that goes the same with other counsels present. Okay, para lang ho maliwanag, that's our ground rules. Alam naman po ninyo, kayong mga lawyers, alam nyo naman po kung ano yung makakaapekto sa kaso nila. Kaya wag nyo silang pabayaang magtago sa likod ng right against self-incrimination. And we just want to make that clear. Please continue, Congressman Gutierrez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, before I move on, I'd like to go back. I still have two more photos with the ComSec on the issues of Ms. Ong and Ms. Go. Committee Secretariat, may we ask for the pictures of Lucky South 99 and yung Hongsheng to be displayed? May I ask, Mr. Chair, the PAOCC, si Dr. Casio, Mr. Chair, generally ang Pogo, kailangan po ba compound talaga? If I understand correctly, meron po tayong mga Pogo operations within Metro Manila. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, Honorable Gutierrez, in the past, PAGCOR allowed what was dubbed as hubs. By hubs, meaning to say different locators, different POGO operators can exist within one hub. But if I do recall, the only hubs that were ever licensed by PAGCOR were the one in Clark, Sun Valley, which was raided by the ACG and PAOK on May of last year. The second one was, if I am not mistaken, the one in Bamban, no? Baohu. And the last one is the last remaining hub that's winding down, yung sa, ano po, yung dito po sa Island Cove, Cavite.
So generally, Mr. Chair, ang Pogo, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hub. They can operate parang BPO lang po siya. Sometimes they rent a floor lang po. Tama po ba
Yes,
yun?
sir. They can rent as small a space as 300 square meters.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for clarifying. So para lang alam ng ating mga kababayan, kasi nabanggit po ng PAGCOR, meron pong 240 plus na nabanggit ng mga Pogo. Baka iniisip po nila lahat yun Pogo hub. But it seems to be only the big operators are the Pogo hubs. It's, for example, yung sa Baofu and sa Lucky South 99. Kaya nga po parang parallel because amongst all the Pogos, sila lang po yung ganito. Sila lang po yung may hub. And it seems to indicate na they have the same modus operandi and they have the same intention to include mga love scam, mga cryptocurrency scamming, and other related crimes. Kasi hindi naman po yan manggagawa sa 300 square meter na office building po, no? So I think this is just another point of parallelism between the two. And then one more thing, Mr. Chair, Committee Secretary, yung next picture po, please, yung mansion. Ms. Ong, Mr. Chair, is this image familiar to you po?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Can you explain to us ano po yung nakikita natin sa picture? Nakita mo naman po, is that your house?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Ito yung mansion po ninyo sa Porac?
Opo.
Mr. Chair, can we, for everyone to see, can we have the picture again? Ms. Ong, gano'ng kalaki po yung inyong property dito? Tama po ba? That's like a little massage house in the middle of the lake behind the bigger mansion proper. Tama po ba, Ms. Ong?
Lahat po yan, bahay po. Wala pong massage.
Wala massage. Yung gitna. So
Yes
lahat
po.
yan bahay. So yung gitna.
Opo.
So gano'ng kalaki po itong property nyo?
Yung lot po is around 3 hectares po.
3 hectares yung lot. And
Yes
all
po.
of this at the tender age of 24. Would you care to substantiate how you made your money out of this? Lahat po yan na-inherit po ba, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right.
You
po.
invoke your
Pasensya
right.
na po
Of course.
kasi meron pong kinasa sa akin.
Kasi nga po, kahit yung reasoning na binigay mo last time na 35 million per month, hindi rin yun tama eh. Kasi at 35 billion per month na you would make out of the 70,000 hectares that you were renting out, that's only still just 35 million, which wouldn't account for the billions of worth. Sabi niyo po, wala po kayong inutang to make yung phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, not including itong mansion po ninyo. Because the truth of the matter is, based on the reports, if we're to believe, this is actually bahay ni Mr. Duan Renwu. Hindi naman po ito sa'yo. You're going to invoke your right or you're going to deny it, that's fine, Ms. Ong. But I'm just presenting it for the facts that the unbelievable story of rags to riches at 24 through inheritance from your mom, based on nothing more than the right connections at the right time, parang sobrang unbelievable po. We are more inclined to believe these parallel operations in which at the center is Duan Renwu and everyone else going up. So with that, Mr. Chair, I'll conclude na po yung kay Ms. Ong and kay Ms. Guo. I'd like to go on po as we go up with the ladder kay Mr. Yang. Thank you, Committee Secretary, for the picture. To DS.
Mr. Chair, I just have a question, just out of curiosity, if I may.
With the indulgence of Congressman
with indulgence of Congressman Gutierrez. Comsec, pwede mo ba maibalik ulit yung bahay ni Ms. Cassie Ong? Ms. Cassie, pwede niyo po bang sabihin niyo kung tama po yung pagkaunawa ko dito sa litrato? So meron pong lake at yung bahay po ninyo ay yung nasa gitna. Tama po ba yun? Can you go back? Hindi, yung bahay po, yung bahay, Comsec. Yung bahay, Comsec.
Prior picture, please.
Yan. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes?
Yes po. Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So yung bahay po, ano po yung nasa gitna ng lake?
Bahay po.
Tapos ito pong nandito sa may bandang baba.
Bahay din po, Mr. Chair.
Oh, so you have a house within a house? Tapos yung nandun po sa ibabaw niya na parang kulay puti na I don't know how you describe it. Parang ano ba yan? Is that also a body of water?
Garden po yan, Mr. Chair.
Garden. Okay. Yeah, itong lake po ito is man-made or natural?
Can I consult my lawyer po?
No, I mean, it's actually whether it's
Man Lake po, Mr. Chair.
huh?
Man Lake po.
Man-made. Man-made. Gaano kalalim po yung lake?
Hindi ko po sure, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to figure out kasi yung figures na binanggit ni Kong Rods. At medyo kinakwenta ko po kung magkano aabutin to kasi kung man-made po yan, Chairman, at saka kung gaano kalalim at yung lawak, tapos nice to live there. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I agree with the good Deputy Speaker. Kaya nga po yung punto na natin doon, yung 35 million nga, kulang na po yun for phase 1, 2, and 3 of Whirlwind. Paano pa kaya yung 3-hectare lot with mansion na pinakita po natin? But anyway, the bright side to this, with the efforts of the Quadcom, I believe the proper cases have been filed against the parties, so we can leave po yung parallel operations on the ground. Doon na lang po yun. We leave it to our good partners in service executive branch. But yeah, moving on, Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask now si Mr. Tony Yang. So, Mr. Yang, magandang gabi po. Mr. Yang, kayo po ay nakakapagsalita ng Tagalog, English?
Kunti.
Konti.
Kunti, marunong.
Konti marunong. Pero conversational, halimbawa, pag may mga events po kayo, you can have a conversation, pwede po kayong makipag-usap sa mga tao. Pag may dinner, mga ganun.
I think it's better you using English. Yeah, it's better.
Better using
Yeah,
English.
yeah,
Okay.
better.
Mr. Yang, good evening. So you can speak better in English. Are you able to have a casual conversation in English?
No, actually, I am the interpreters.
You're the interpreter right now. But my question stands. Is he able to have a casual conversation in English, Mr. Chair? No casual conversation. Mr. Chair, can we, through the Secretariat, can we have my next 3 photos, please?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair. Point of inquiry lang, Mr. Chair. Would it be possible to ask the translator to speak into the mic when he tries to translate to Mr. Yang so that we can also hear?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The first photo, please. Yung una. Is that the first? Okay. Mr. Yang, through the Honorable Chairman, is that you in the picture?
就是他问你在图片里面那个是不是你？是不是啊？对。Yeah, it's he.
It is. Do you recall Do you recall what event was transpiring here?
就是他问你在这里是举行了什么活动，还是就干嘛呢？
当时那个三家钢铁厂给 BBD 里面签那个租那个地，租地的。
Okay. Okay. I think it's during some rentals for the place. Yep.
I'm sorry again, Mr. Chair.
开发区吧，经济开发区 ，BBD。
Is for rentals for the DPTs. The ones is using DPTs.
就是开发区吧，开发区，经济开发区。
经济开发区。
对，经济开发区。
Mr. Chairman, point of clarification lang, Mr. Chairman.
With the indulgence of Congressman Gutierrez.
Yeah, with the indulgence of Congressman Raj. I believe the translator is the son of Michael Yang. Are you the son of Michael? Oh,
No.
Tony Yang?
No.
You're not
Actually,
the son?
no. I come from Pao.
What is your... you're from Pao.
Yeah.
So you're the translator of the Pao?
of Pao, yeah.
Not of Tony Yang?
Yeah, it's
Sige,
not
you
of
can
Tony
proceed. Thank you so much.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Chair Dan. Can we proceed? So can we have a clarification? What was the event?
Okay. Which one? This one?
Yeah, that event.
Okay. Actually, I think how do we process? Like, maybe he will rent us the place, and then for
He was
the
renting a
size-
place.
yeah.
So is it right to say this was a signing of a memorandum of agreement?
Yep.
How can
that's
we
right.
ask him? Is this the signing of a memorandum of agreement with Fividec?
That's right. He's rented the, I think, the hectares, the place of hectares.
Okay, please. Mr. Chair, can we ask Mr. Yang to point kung sino po dyan yung translator niya? Can Mr. Yang point to us who in that picture is his translator?
In that particular event.
Don't have any translator inside.
No translator, Mr. Chair. So how would you converse with these people who you're having a deal with?
I think he have a translator, but the translator is not in the pictures.
Not in the picture. Okay. Mr. Chair, can we have the next photo, please? Mr. Chair, we have here a picture of a private meeting of Mr. Yang and the ex-PNP chief. Can you point to us, Mr. Yang, of sino po dito, who here is your translator?
Okay. 他就是问你，在这里面哪一个是你的翻译？
这里面也没有我的翻译。
Yeah, it's not inside the pictures. Don't have any.
But you have a
translator
translator in that
don't have-
meeting?
yeah.
But does he have a translator during the meeting?
He have a translator, but the translator is not in the pictures.
Not in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Next picture, please. I believe this is an event in CDO. Mr. Yang, do you recall this event?
就是这个的话，你是参加什么活动还是什么的？还是
这张应该是那个，我也忘记了，应该是在甲街参加一个那个活动，我们那个会，我们商会里面我一起去。
Okay. But I think it's already long time ago, and then he's not remember well, and then yeah, it's okay.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, to refresh yourself, this is, I don't know how you could forget this. This is a dinner with the president in CDO. Can you point, Mr. Yang, who is your translator in this photo?
Okay, 就是他想让你指一下哪一个是你的翻译。
Mr. Chair, this is not a post photo. There was no opportunity siguro for the translator to be told to step aside. You could be seen you're having dinner. This is very conversational. Surely your translator must be here, Mr. Yang.
I didn't see the translator
No
too.
translator. I have difficulty believing after how many years in the Philippines that you are unable to carry a conversation. As the pictures have provided, I believe that you, Mr. Yang, are able to speak Tagalog, Bisaya, or English, one of those languages in which you could talk with all of these people you're having meetings with.
OK， 就是他意思是说你在这里生存了差不多20几年嘛，然后就是说你肯定懂一些大家乐语或者是英文之类的，不然的话你要在这里怎么生存，怎么去跟他们沟通？
就是那个一般的，就是口头语这个听会听，有些说就是说不准。
Okay, I think he explained it. He can just listen some Tagalog, but just konti lang, and then maybe if he want to speak, just konti lang too. Yeah, but for hearings, it's okay for that. Yeah, maybe he will understand it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have no way to prove that na lang po, no? So we'll just take what he said for granted, but I just want it on the record that these photos show no translators on. Before I proceed with my questions of Mr. Yang, I'd just like to inform Ms. Ong that your boyfriend's birthday is February 7. You might want to remember your boyfriend of 4 years, yung birthday niya, Feb 7. Malapit po sa Valentine's. So, Mr. Chair, proceeding back again with Mr. Yang. So, inaamin nyo, you admit that you are a Chinese citizen hailing from the Fujian province.
哦，他问你是中国籍的，是福建，你的家乡在福建是吧？
是是。
Yes.
Yes. And you, Mr. Yang, you are brothers with Yang Hongming, also known as Michael Yang.
就是你是杨洪明的哥哥和Michael Yang的哥哥是吧？兄弟。
是是是。
Yeah, right.
And you're also brothers with Yang Hongjiang, is that correct?
就是杨洪江也是你的兄弟是吗？
对对对。
Yes, right.
Mr. Chair, can Mr. Yang tell us where his brothers are now?
就是他问你，就是说问你的兄弟都在哪里？现在目前是在哪里？
我上就是听他们说，杨洪明说是在泰国，他有一天就是我跟杨洪明都没有联系，有一天他有打电话过来问我这边怎么问我，就是打电话过来吧。我问他在哪里，他说他在泰国。
在泰国是吧？
哦，在泰国，好像是在泰国。
Okay, maybe in Thailand, and then when some days the brother is calling him and then ask for, yeah, maybe for how is good or anything, and then he say it's in Thailand that times.
So, Mr. Chair, you're still in close contact with your brothers. This is both Michael Yang and Hong Jiang.
你还有跟他们保持很亲密的联系吗？
没有没有，我一直来菲律宾，我就跟杨洪明都跟杨洪明都没什么联系。
Okay, actually when he in Philippines here, after in Philippines, and then I think the relations is not good, and then it's less for contacts. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, in that case, Mr. Chair, one more question on Michael Yang. You must be aware of the allegations that Michael Yang is related to Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Company. In fact, he was the financer. Are you aware of that, Mr. Yang, through the Honorable Chairman?
就是他问你知道，就是你们现在sorry, come again the questions. Oh, it's connected. Okay. 就是他问你现在Michael Yang还有继续跟你们家人保持联系，还是怎么样的吗？
这个我就不知道了，因为我很少跟他我们我来菲律宾嘛，我跟他关系都不太好，都没什么联系。
I think it's less for contacts and then don't have any idea for that.
No idea about Pharmaly, the big scandal a few years back.
Yeah, maybe not good for relationship. That's why don't have any idea for that.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, can we ask Mr. Yang, the relationship soured after he left the Philippines. What year would that be?
就是他问你什么时候 in Philippines? What year them?
When did their relationship get bad?
Oh, okay, in which year? 就是他问你就是在什么时候开始对就是跟你的兄弟的关系没那么好，就什么时候开始的？
应该在2003、
03或04年。I think it's around in the 2003 or 2004 the times.
Mr. Chair, sorry, to clarify, my question was when did his brother leave the Philippines and when was that the relationship soured? Because if I understand the testimony earlier, ang sabi niya po, what he said was that his relationship soured when the brother left the Philippines.
Okay, no, okay.
Sorry, so maybe you can ask Mr. Yang, when did Michael Yang leave the Philippines?
When the Michael Yang is in Philippines，就是他问你 Michael Yang 是什么时候过来菲律宾的？
他比我早过来，但是我也不知道他什么时候过来。应该比我早有4-5年还是。
Okay, I think it's before then the brothers is in Philippines, but it's not remember well when Michael Yang is arriving in Philippines here.
Sorry, the question wasn't arrive, but maybe it's very difficult, no? Just
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I was informed that the official translator of the House has arrived, Miss Caroline. So she's a Filipino-Chinese. I guess the conversation, the interpretation will be much better.
So, she's the new interpreter.
I was informed by the Secretariat, Mr. Chair, that she is the officially designated translator of the Quadcom for this purpose.
Okay. I was hoping that she could help us translate what the translator is saying. Thank you for coming here.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Congressman
I
Fernandez.
think Tony Yang understand what we are talking about. You laugh. Now we don't understand. Okay, Mr. Chairman, before we proceed, may I ask Attorney Casio? I hope you, with the indulgence of our members, no? Attorney Dr. Casio, your group apprehended Tony Yang. Am I right?
This was a joint operation with the
Yes,
Bureau of
I know.
Immigration, Your Honor.
But during the apprehension, you were talking with Tony Yang. Am I correct?
Not necessarily. The Bureau of Immigration agents read him his rights, Your Honor.
So, nagkakausap sila? Narinig niya nag-uusap sila?
Yes, sir, I was there.
So, nakakapagsalita siya ng Tagalog? Naiintindihan niya Tagalog?
Tumatango po siya. Yes, yes.
So, we don't need to interpret anymore. Kung naiintindihan ni Tony yan. Ikaw, intindi aming salita? Oo. Naiintindihan mo kasi sumasagot ka eh. Di ba yung kanina when we were talking, I noticed lang Tony Yang. Tony Yang, makinig ka. Makinig ka. Kasi kanina lang, may joke si si chairman and you laugh.
刚才我们的主席
alam mo, Tony, ako, artista ako I know who's acting or not Ha? Tony, makinig ka sa akin. Naiintindihan kita. Naiintindihan mo ako, di ba?
Konti.
Okay. So, yung mga salita namin, naiintindihan mo, tumatawa ka, smile ka, sumisimangot ka. Di ba? Kita namin Di ba? And we will be reminding you. Remind namin ikaw. Pag ikaw, hindi, sabi totoo dito, ikaw, contempt, kulong dito. Ha? Yan. Naiintindihan niya Naiintindihan mo. Huwag mo na kaming pahirapan para mabubilis yung communication. Mr. Tony Yang, we're not here to pin you down. You just tell the truth. When we heard you talking in the Senate, I heard you. Naiintindihan mo Sinasabi mo lahat Sinasabi mo lahat. Open ka. So there's no more denying of trying to translate anything anymore. Huwag ka na mag-translator. Intindi mo lang, umuho ka lang hindi. Ask your lawyer. Okay? Intindi? Ay, nako.
OK，他们说你只要说出真相，然后其实你不用那个翻译来帮你翻译的，因为你能听得懂他们在说什么，所以你只要回答是还是不是，然后你可以问你的律师，这样就可以吗？
我真的很多听不懂。
There are a lot of things that I cannot understand.
Kasi Tony, 21 years ka, 2001 ka pa dito. 24 years ka nang nakatira dito. Imposibleng hindi mo naiintindihan ang mga sinasabi namin. Di ba? 24 years ka na. Gusto mo sabihin ko kung ano yung flight number ng eroplano na sinakyan mo dito together with your brother, Ho Jing Yang. Sabay kayo, di ba? Nakasakay sa eroplano, dumating dito sa Pilipinas. Tama, mali? Tama? Okay. Ang galing nito. Sige, go ahead.
Okay.
Rog, kindly wrap up, please.
Okay. Sige, Mr. Chair. Well, siguro I'll just conclude na lang po with the question on the brothers. now that we have a proper translator, I'm hoping, Mr. Chair, I'd like to repeat the question earlier. Mr. Chair, Mr. Yang, your brother Michael Yang, what year did he leave the? When did your relation sour with Michael Yang?
OK，请问一下，你跟您大哥的弟弟呢？你跟弟弟的关系什么时候就是开始没有那么好？
我们在我来菲律宾的，我哥来菲律宾的差不多3、4年，我们就很少，就关系都不太好。
Okay, so I have come here to the Philippines for around 30 years, and from that time, our relationship is not that good already.
30 years, but you have businesses with your brothers Michael and Hong Chang. Is that correct, Mr. Yang, Mr. Chair?
但是您跟你的兄弟有开业，这是对吗？
开什么业？
开业，跟他们一起开业。
没有啊。
没有开公司吗？
没有，他们做他们的，我做我的。
No, I don't have any partnership or company together with them. I only do my own business, and they do their own business.
Can you explain to us your relation with Michael and Hong Chang in relation to the Yangtze Group of Companies?
能不能跟我们解释一下你跟您弟弟还有红厂的关系？就是根据这个杨子的公司。杨子。
Yes, I believe there's Yangtze Group Trade Co., Yangtze River Economy United Development, Yangtze Pharmaceutical Group, Yangtze River International Group, HK Yangtze Group International, Yangtze River Pharmaceutical Group, Yangtze Rice Mill. I think you like the word Yangtze.
这个杨子的公司有很多集团，对吧？那
没有，不是。
不是吗？因为这些都是跟他们一起开业，对吧？
不是。
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not involved. I'm not involved.
Not involved. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Going back, Mr. Chair, to your birth certificate, you admitted that this was not authentic.
OK，关于你的出生证，你承认过，这个出生证不是真的，对吧？
对。
Yes, I admitted that it's not authentic.
Mr. Chair, can you care to explain what are the circumstances surrounding your birth? How did you acquire a PSA certificate po?
请问一下，您是如何得到这个出生证呢？
我哥来菲律宾应该，差不多2、3年，我爷爷弄来给我的。
So when I went to the Philippines,
外公。对。
Okay, when I went to the Philippines around after 2 to 3 years that I came to the Philippines, it was my grandfather, specifically my maternal grandfather, who helped me come up with this birth certificate.
And you acquired this birth certificate to, I would assume, facilitate your purchase of businesses and land in the Philippines?
所以你有了这个出生证，就是为了对你开业比较方便，对吧？
对，当时我爷爷给我说，就是给我做这个，我想他有给我说以后就是可以长期在菲律宾发展，可以做那个申请营业执照，可以买房子这样。
Okay. Buy some properties. Okay. So during that time, it was my grandfather's plan or maybe decision, so that if I plan to open up a business here or to develop here in the Philippines for the long term, I would be able to use this. And also, for example, if I want to buy some lands or properties and also to gain some business permit, I would be able to use this birth certificate.
Mr. Chair, at the time that you acquired this PSA birth cert fraudulently, you were 34 years old, is that correct?
34. 当时你获得这个出生证，你是34岁，对吧？
我也忘记了，反正我到家园差不多应该是大概3、4点，我爷爷弄给我，反正那么久了，我也大概应该是我去那边2、3年还是3、4年。 大概2-3年这样。
Okay. So I have actually forgotten my exact age when I got that birth certificate. But what I know is that it was around 2 to 3 years that I came here to the Philippines that I was able to get that birth certificate.
Yes. Well, based on records, if it's to believe, you fraudulently acquired and registered your birth at the age of 34. So at that time, you were already of legal age, and your grandfather, your maternal grandfather, couldn't have coerced you. You acquired a fraudulent birth certificate of your own volition, Mr. Chair.
OK， 当时你已经34岁了，所以你有这个权利为自己做出决定。比如说，你知道这个出生证是假的，所以你可以就是为自己这个出生证而愿意还是不愿意做出这个出生证。
当时我过来这边刚开始，我也什么都不会说吧。但是我外公自己的亲人哦，他弄这个，他帮我弄这个。我想他是想我在这边就是可以长期在菲律宾发展下去吧，应该是也是为我好吧，哦。
Yes, because I do not know how to speak English, so I am not aware of what will happen with the birth certificate. But what I know is that it must be my grandfather's decision to get me the birth certificate, and because he's thinking that I could develop long-term here in the Philippines.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Chair, just a final questions before I yield to other interpellators. Are you aware of Filipinas 168 Shopping Mall, Inc. in
168 Shopping Mall. 请问你对这个168的商场很熟吗？168商场。
不知道。
你不知道？
我不熟，不知道。
I'm not very aware of it.
It would show in the records that Tony Yang, Antonio M. Lim, and Yang Hongjiang are incorporators.
在我们的这些记录里面说出 Antonio M. Lim 还有这个杨洪奖，他们都是业主，或是他们都是这些的领导总经理。
我也不大清楚会不会说是打包他们有，不是在事务吧？ 事务会不会他有一个商场，好像叫168还是什么，我不大记得。反正他们有弄商场。
So I'm not aware of this 168. Maybe it is a mall in Cebu. There's a number like 168. So I'm not really very clear about it.
Actually, it was incorporated in Davao. But anyway, I'll ask one more corporation. Is Mr. Yang aware of Yisan Fa Development Corp., in which Antonio Lim, Yang Hongming, and Yang Hongjiang are all incorporators?
再问你一个关于这个易三发这个集团，这里有说，他们的业主都是杨洪明先生还有杨洪江先生。
杨洪明、杨洪江。
对。
那我不知道，我真的不知道，我真的不知道他们这些公司怎么样。
I really don't know this company. No, I don't know.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I had a few more questions, but in the interest of time, I'll just mention it for the record and that maybe we can verify at a later time. In addition to these two companies mentioned, and of course the Yangtze Group, I believe we have the papers for that, but we'll just produce it in a later time. I'd also like to mention that his name appears for DCLA Plaza, KSM Shopping Co., and Yesan Fe Development Corp. So it's very difficult to be questioning this witness, Mr. Chair, given that it's either he is choosing outright to lie or he is feigning it behind this language barrier. But that's just a manifestation. With that, Mr. Chair, I will yield to other interpellators. Thank you very much, Mr. Yang. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Gutierrez. Can you relay to him what Congressman Gutierrez said?
OK，他刚才说的就是，其实您名下的集团还有很多，例如有这个 TCLA， 还有 KSM， 还有这个138。但是，如果你不说你不是这里的业主，那我们没办法，就是来证明。那不知道您是不是说出真相，还是只是在假装不知道这些公司？
我是真的不知道，真的不知道。
I really don't know them. I really don't know.
Okay, thank you. So the next to interpolate is Congressman Lordan Suwan, the representative from Cagayan de Oro City. You're recognized. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we ask the COMSEC to show the certification of the probity checker? There was a certification issued to Ms. Cassandra Ong stating that Lucky South 99, a company accused of human trafficking and other criminal activities, underwent probity checking. And this was from PAGCOR OGLD received on January 1, 2024. Can we show it on the screen? So last Quadcom hearing, I asked PAGCOR if those who underwent probity checking were actually legal POGOs, and they said that all of those who were given the certification were legal, and those that were passed through were the illegal ones. So my question is, how come Lucky South 99 was given a certification from our probity checkers? May I ask PAGCOR, please?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Brigadier General Villanueva, the SVP for Security and Monitoring Cluster of PAGCOR. Your Honor, to answer your question, the probity check certificate is only one of the requirements in their application. But during the course of their application, since some of these documents have not yet been submitted to us, we coordinated already to the law enforcement agencies because we suspect that something illegal is happening inside a big compound, which is not the registered or the location or the address that they applied for.
I don't understand, sir. So you're saying that you issued the certification, or you mean the probity checkers issued the certification for Lucky South 99, but they were still able to operate illegally? So there were other buildings which were not checked?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Actually, the exact location of their application is very different from the one that was raided, sir. The one that was raided composed of at least 42 buildings. Hindi po yun, sir, yung in-apply nila. Kasi yung dati nilang Lucky South outsourcing company, iba yung location niya, sir, physically.
Okay, so you're saying that that's the reason why they were able to pass the probity check, because the site in the location was there was no illegal activity in that site, but in the different sites where they conducted their illegal activities, the probity checkers were not able to check them.
Yes, sir. The probity check was when they were applying for a license, a renewal of license. This is one of the requirements, sir. But during the course of the inspection of our monitoring teams, that building, the specific building na in-applyan nila, sir, walang activity. So nagsuspect kami parang ginawa lang siyang front.
Then why did the probity checkers issue this certification if they found nothing there? They shouldn't have issued the certification in the first place, and they should have looked for other places which could have been the areas where they were actually conducting their activities.
Sir, the probity checking includes only the checking of the incorporators, not the actual office building.
So there is another group which examines the actual office building. May I know what the name of this group is?
We have, sir, for PAGCOR, we have the PAGCOR monitoring team, which is under my shop.
So you're saying that after granting accreditation or license to operate, the PAGCOR monitoring team conducts site inspections?
Your Honor, we did not, we denied the application for renewal of license because of some illegal activities that we suspect that these are connected to the bigger, it's like a hub, which is located also near the, supposed to be the building that they applied for.
Let's go back to the probity checkers, because I'm still bothered why Lucky South 99 was able to get the certification. So what are the checking mechanisms used by the checkers, or what are the parameters which the checkers operate to ascertain the honesty and integrity of the applicant company? And were they able to find out that the incorporators of Lucky South 99 might have been involved in illegal activities either here in the Philippines or outside the country?
Mr. Chair, may I ask Attorney Lobo of the Offshore Gaming Licensing Division to answer the question?
Your Honor, to put clarity, the probity checking or probity checker issued to Lucky South 99 is limited to the incorporator during the application process. So meaning po, Your Honor, wala pa po siyang operation. We're talking about the certification minention na. Doon sa renewal, wala pa siyang probity checking.
So you're saying that when the probity checker issued the certification, the company wasn't formed yet. It was still applying.
No, sir. The company is not yet in operation at that time. Technically, nag-a-apply pa lang sila ng license sa atin. Thus, wala pa silang operation. Ang probity check is limited doon sa mga documents na submitted sa kanila, such as yung identification, financial capacity, and other criminal records, if any.
Were any of the incorporators of the applicant, Lucky South 99, involved in criminal activities, whether here in the Philippines or outside?
Your Honor, during the probity check, none.
None?
Yes, sir.
So how did Lucky South 99 go through the PAGCOR monitoring team if the PAGCOR monitoring team were conducting site inspections? And may I know how they conducted the inspections? Who were the inspectors and what was the result of the inspection?
Your Honor, as early as August 2023, continuous yung inspection ng namin dyan, ng PAGCOR monitoring team, at least twice a week on the average. And then hanggang October, nag-expired na yung license niya. So yung physical location nung Pogong yon is very different from the other building. Kaya lang nai-report namin sa mga law enforcement agencies yung malalaking building na yon, sir. Kasi one time, yung PMT ko, pina-check ko yung malaking grupong, yung malaking mga locations na yon. Pagdating nila doon sa may gate, hinabol sila ng mga armado. That's why nag-coordinate na ako sa law enforcement agency, and I recommended to the board to not to renew the license of Lucky South.
With respect, sir, I still think there is a problem with your monitoring, considering that you're not able. If you say that you're only able to inspect the area where they should have been, and they're able to get away with illegal activities, then there is something wrong with your monitoring, because you still are not monitoring the place where you should have watched.
Your Honor, if pertaining to Lucky South license was issued to Thai Court Building, which is different to the one that was raided, yung merong mga illegal activities. Ang minomonitor po ni PAGCOR at ng aming PAGCOR inspection team or monitoring team is yung license. Stress lang po namin na ang aming license is site-specific, meaning doon lang siya pwede magkaroon ng operation, doon lang yung license, doon lang yung registered ni PAGCOR. Yung pong na-raid sa PORAC is hindi po license ni PAGCOR, hindi registered kay PAGCOR, at hindi po under kay PAGCOR.
So yung na-raid po, there was no license in it, there was no documentary paper trail regarding
Yes,
that?
Your Honor. Hindi po siya licensed kay PAGCOR, hindi po registered yung site na yun kay PAGCOR.
Okay. Anyway, we can talk about it in the next hearing. So to Ms. Cassandra Ong, what is your connection with Lucky South 99?
Mr. Chair, sorry po, I invoke my right against self-incrimination dahil may final na po na trafficking po sa akin.
Do you know that you were issued a certification by the probity checker? Would you know?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right po. Pasensya na po, may final po silang trafficking sa akin.
Okay. Because Mr. Chair, I'm still concerned that despite our security measures for PAGCOR, why did people with criminal records pass through our inspections? And there might be some holes in the way that we inspect these sites, because optimally, they should really be found and they should be the ones that are inspected. Anyway, another question, sir, for PAGCOR. When did Oro One Incorporated apply for a license to become a service provider?
Your Honor, Oro One was given a license last 2019.
Did Oro One pass through probity checking? Sir?
Oro One license was given February 27, 2019. For the probity checking, sir, I will have to check now. I undertake to give the details, sir.
Is it correct that the president of Oro One is Mr. Tony Yang?
Based on our record, it's Antonio Lim, sir.
So Antonio Lim is the same person as Tony Yang, right? Is Antonio Lim the same person as Tony Yang?
Sir, based on our records, it's Antonio Lim.
Okay. Based on their application submitted to PAGCOR, what was the percentage share of Tony Yang or Antonio Lim in Oro One? Anyway, I'll just get the information later on. So, would you know the real name of Tony Yang, Pagcor? Or Antonio Lim, rather?
Based on our record, it's Antonio Maestrado Lim, sir.
May I ask Mr. Tony Yang what his real name is?
请问你真正的名字是什么？
我中国的名字是叫杨建新，菲律宾的叫安东尼林，安东尼林。
My Chinese name is Yang Jianxin, and my Philippine name is Antonio Lim.
Okay, thank you. Pagcor, did you know that Tony Yang is not a Filipino? Was it disclosed in their application for Oro 1?
Antonio Lim, based on our record, is a Chinese citizen, Your Honor.
So during his application, the probity checkers saw that the nationality of Antonio Lim was Chinese.
No, Your Honor. Based on the submitted personal disclosure sheet by Mr. Antonio Lim, it was stated that he was a Chinese citizen.
Yes, so that was what the probity checkers saw during their authentication of the identity of the applicant.
Sir, for the probity checking result, I will have to get back into you, sir.
Okay. If Antonio Lim is not a Filipino and he was the majority shareholder of that company, may I know, based on the documents submitted, how many shares in Oro 1 are owned by Filipinos? Was it majority share or minority?
Your Honor, sorry, can you repeat the question, sir?
Anyway, I'd like to go to another topic, which I think is more important. So this is a question also for Pagcor. As a Pagcor licensed service provider, Oro 1 was engaged by a foreign-based licensee, right?
Oro 1 is a service provider of Seanway.
Of Seanway Technology?
Yes, sir.
So that's the foreign-based licensee of Oro 1, Seanway. Did Oro 1 submit its foreign-based licensees' name, owners, and officers to Pagcor?
Sir, Oro 1 is a service provider of Seanway.
The Seanway is the foreign-based licensee, right?
Seanway is the Pogo licensee at that time, sir.
Pogo licensee here in the Philippines.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you mean by service provider as compared to Pogo licensee?
Sir, Oro 1, in their accreditation, they are classified as business process outsourcing. So meaning, siya yung call center ni Seanway na nag-a-act as call center ni Seanway.
Okay. So in the documents of Seanway Technology, which I assume you also have, who were the declared owners and officers of Seanway? Or is it true that Lin Wei Xiong is one of the owners or officers of Seanway?
Your Honor, we'll have to check on that, sir.
Lin Wei Xiong or Alan Lim? Is that the same one, DS? Lin Wei Xiong,
Yeah,
I think I
based on the
remember from your...
Based on the matrix, I think we can also forward the same question to Dr. Winston Casio of the PAOK, Congressman Suan.
Sir, is it true that Lin Wei Xiong is one of the owners of Seanway?
Yes, sir.
Is that the same Lin Wei? Is Lin Wei Xiong also Alan Lim?
Based on records and results of our investigations, affirmative.
They are
sir.
one and the same.
Yes, sir.
Is it true that Lin Wei Xiong and his wife, Rose Nono Lin, were the president and chairman of Seanway?
Based on record, sir, affirmative.
And is this the same Lin Wei Xiong who is involved in the Farmally case?
As alleged, Mr. Chair, yes.
Okay. May I ask anyone from the PNP if they have information on whether Lin Wei Xiong was linked to narcotics in 2017? PNP or PIDEA?
Pidea?
Your Honor, the name of Win Lei Xiong or Alan Lin is being mentioned in narcotics records.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, Dr. Casio, is Lin Wei Xiong a Chinese national?
We could not affirm nor deny that at this point, but yes, there are allegations as to his actual nationality, sir.
Is he still here in the Philippines?
We have no information to that effect, sir.
Is Lin Wei Xiong married to a Filipina named Rose Nono Lin, who was also summoned to the Senate for the Farmally scandal?
Based on what is alleged and on public record, sir, yes.
Okay. So did the wife of Lin Wei Xiong, Ms. Rose Nono Lin, run for a congressional seat in Quezon City?
Yes, sir, that is my home district, the 5th district of Quezon City.
And she lost or won?
Yes, sir, she lost to the incumbent, Mr. Vargas, sir.
And is the daughter of Lin Wei Xiong an SK chairperson in one of the barangays in Quezon City?
Yes, sir, my home barangay.
Do you have any information on whether this person or his wife, this person, I mean Lin Wei Xiong, or his wife continues to engage in other businesses here in the Philippines?
I would not be able to answer that at this point, Mr. Chair, because they have not been subject of our own investigation.
Mr. Chair, I noticed that there is a disturbing pattern. It seems to me that these foreign nationals, through their corporations, are slowly spreading out and establishing business empires here in our country. And what's worse, there is a pattern of recruiting or even getting elected high government officials, either in the local level or in the case of Ms. Nono Lin, Rose Nono Lin, in the national level as Congresswoman. What if there are other politicians like Ms. Alice Go who are still flying under the radar and have simply not been discovered yet? How many Alice Go's do we actually have in this country? And with due respect, Mr. Chair, I think that that is something that we must investigate further. I have a few more questions for Mr. Tony Yang, if I still have time.
Yes, you still have time, but please wrap it up.
Okay. Sir, you said that you were the one renting out Oro 1. Is it correct?
您刚才有说过你是租给 Oro One 对吧？
我租给一个叫秋水的。
I was renting it out to someone named 秋水。
Okay. So, you mean to say that you're the one who owns the property that you rented out?
所以这个地产就是你在你的名字下对吧？
对对对。
Yes, that's correct.
是是。
How were you able to buy real property here in the Philippines?
你是如何能够买到这个地产呢？
这个是我用安东尼林的名字买的地，当时盖买的地盖的。
Okay, so I use my name Antonio Lim to buy this property.
Okay. Where did you get the money to buy the property?
这个买这个地产的钱是从哪里来的？
就是从我做生意赚的钱买的。
It's from the money that I earned from my businesses.
So, the name that appears in the title of the property is your name, Antonio Lim, not another person's name.
所以在这个地产那个名字就是 Antonio Lim 的名字下，对吧？
对对对。
Yes, that's correct.
Is it true that Oro 1 is within Alwana compound? Alwana compound.
这个 Oral One 是不是在有个地区叫做 Alwana Compound？ 你知道这个地区吗？对，有没有 Oral One 在这个 Alwana 这个地区住宅区？
Is Oro1 inside Alwana compound?
是 Oral One 是不是在这个 Alwana 这个住宅区里面？你是不是知道？
应该是吧，因为当时我租给，因为我当时租给那个秋水哦，他有叫我要给他提供那个因为他是中国人嘛，没有那个不能申请那个执照啊，有叫我要用我的那个菲律宾的那个下去申请一个好像叫欧罗湾的公司。
Oh, okay. Yes, I believe that Oro One is inside the compound because during that time that I rented the property to the person named Chiu Shui is actually a Chinese citizen. So he needed someone, someone who is a Filipino to provide the permit as well. So during that time, my name was used, and I know that the company name was Oro One.
Your time is up, Congressman Suwan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. The next interpellator is Congressman Ernix Junicio. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to address my questions to Mr. Tony Yang. Yeah. Hi, how are you, sir? Kamusta po kayo?
你好吗？
Okay.
You feel malamig?
很冷吗？很冷。
一点不会。
不会 ，No, not really.
Not really. You're wearing a jacket?
有这个外套。
对。
是冷吗
Little cold.
冷吗？
不会冷。
Not really, not really cold.
Anyways, sir, meron po ba kayong mga pagmamayaring Pogo?
请问一下，在你的名字下有一些博彩公司吗？
没有，我没有。
No, none.
Alam niyo po yung Pogo?
你知道博彩公司是什么吗？
我也不大明白，就是以前他们都说博彩吧，是吧？但是我就是大概知道吧，就是博彩就是Pogo 是吧？
sure. I have an idea what Pogo is, that it's about the gaming and all.
Nagsusugal po kayo?
那请问一下，你个人有没有去过赌博？赌博，你有没有去赌博？
You know how to gamble? Marunong po kayo magsugal.
我
个人
我不会赌博，但是我有时候没有事会打那个老虎机。
老虎机。Okay, so I do not really do gambling a lot, but there are times that I do the what do you call this? The slot machine.
Really?
是吗？
You love slot machines?
你喜欢老虎机对吧？
对，有时候就没有事，比如说没事睡不着的时候，就会去打老虎机，要不然赌博我不懂的。
Yeah, gambling in general, I'm not very good at it. I don't know, but I do the slot machine. Maybe there are times that I cannot fall asleep, so I just play.
May mga kaibigan po kayo na involved sa Pogo?
那请问你有一些朋友有博彩公司吗？
没有。
None.
Yung Sanjia Steel, Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, alam niyo po yun?
Sanjia Steel. 有这个公司叫做Sanjia.
Sanjia.
三家。
3家公司，你知道吗？
知道。
Yes, I know.
Ano pong kumpanya yan?
这个公司是什么样的公司？
这个公司是那个炼钢铁的公司。
It is for steel manufacturing.
Magkano po kinikita niyan?
请问一下 for 1 year, for 1
year.
每年的收入是多少？
这个有时候一年的收入有差不多 7、8千万。
7、8千万 78 okay, 70. The yearly income will be around 70 to 80 million.
Nagbabayad po kayo ng tamang buwis.
请问你有没有交那个真实的税率吗？
有啊，税都每个月都有交啊。
Every month I pay the tax.
Ilang taon na po yung kumpanya nyong yan?
这家公司在菲律宾有几年了？
应该是，好像是18年开始吧，但是后来疫情有停一段时间，应该有3年至。
How many years? Just a number of years.
Okay, so it start.
18年开始建嘛，建完就是疫情嘛，后来应该是开业应该有4年来，就是正常生产有4年左右了。
Okay, so it was built or it started to build on 2018, but then because of the COVID pandemic, so the total regular operation was around 4 years.
So noong 2018, during 2018, nung tinayo, ginawa yung kumpanya nyo, parang tila baga kasabay ito ng paggawa ng mga Pogo Hub sa Banban Tarlac. Kung di ako nagkakamali, 2018 din, pati ng mga Pogo sa Porac, Pampanga. Parang sabay-sabay yatang galawan nyo.
Okay, I translate. Okay, 我们有发现你说的那个2018年就是开始建立的，对吧？但是2018年其他的博彩公司，比如说在 Bamban Tarlac 这个地方也开始建，在这个Porac Pampanga 他们也开始建这些博彩公司。
Is this just a coincidence or
就是你觉得
nakilala nyo sila? Baka
你觉得这是恰好吗？那个时间都一样。
我也不知道他们那边在建这些啊。
I'm not aware that they are building those kinds of establishments there.
So kung hindi mo kilala yung mga Pogo, hindi ka nagpo-Pogo, hindi ka nagsusugal, Mr. Yang, as you said, bakit tong Sanja Steel na to, parang Pogo ang galawan? Bakit meron kang parang dorm-like facilities na meron sa Sanja Steel? Mga restricted areas na parang pampogo. Meron pa yata kayong mga pang-torture dyan. Is it true?
OK， 请问一下，因为你刚才有说过你不赌博，然后你只要玩一些老虎机游戏，然后你不认识这些博彩公司，但是我们发现在这个3家钢铁公司里面的设施，有一些像博彩公司里面的住宅区的一些设施，还有这些那酷刑室这些地方，你如何能解释
3家公司里面没有这些啊，没有啊。
？There's no such thing inside the Sanja company.
Pero ayon sa PAOK, sir, nung kalakasan yata nitong Sanjia, umabot yata sa 2,000 mga empleyado nilang foreign nationals eh. Totoo ba yun?
Those were the reports, Mr. Chair.
Yes, so Mr. Yang, it was reported that you have over 2,000 foreign national employees. Is that true?
请问一下，我们这边的记录有说过，你们在3家的外国籍的员工，一共有超过2000万个员工，这是对吗？
不可能啊，哪里有什么2000万？
超过2000个。
没有，中国员工就是最多的时候应该145个，最多的时候没有什么超过2000，没有。
There's no such thing that the foreign national employees exceeded or it's around 2,000 because the most number of Chinese employees that we have was only 110 to 115.
Well, the reports are showing different information, but nonetheless, I hope you're telling the truth. Because according to PAOK, it's around umigit kumulang 2,000 katao ng foreign nationals ang nagtatrabaho sa inyo. Hindi ko naman mapanghawakan yung salita nyo kung nagsasabi kayo ng totoo. Pero the reports are showing different from what you're answering in this committee, Mr. Yang.
三家的是吧？对对。三家的境内没有，绝对没有三家。
So he's denying it.
Yes, there's really no 2,000, more than 2,000 employees in Sanjia.
The reason why I'm asking that, like Pogos, napakaraming mga pumasok na Chinese national sa atin eh. Diba, sir, sa PAOK? Director, PAOK? Maraming pumasok na mga Chinese national sa atin eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh,
Yes.
sabay-sabay. Hindi ko alam kung bakit pinayagan ng pinayagan, kaliwat kanan. Oh, nag-aari pa ng mga armas, ng mga baril. Oh, if you would go to Makati Cinema Square, you would see regularly Chinese nationals practicing firearms, buying firearms left and right. There are multiple reports, PAOK, if I may. Baka sa kapulisan, sa otoridad natin, bantayan nyo rin yung mga Chinese nationals who are buying firearms. Oh, ang modus nila dyan, if I'm not mistaken, ginagamit pa yung mga Pilipino na kunwari sila ang bibili. O may mga front silang Pilipino. Ito namang mga Pilipino na to, parang hindi Pilipino, nagpapagamit sa Chinese para maghasik ng lagim dito para sa kaunting pera. Mahirap masisi yung mga Pilipino, pero hindi dapat para lang sa kaunting pera. Pero si Michael Yang, Mr. Tony Yang, yung Sanjia Steel mo, nasa loob ba ng PBDEC to?
请问你这个三家公司是不是在 FIBIDEC
Just to be clear,
里面
FIBIDEC, Philippine Veterans Investment Development.
是啊，在 PPT 里面对。
Yeah.
是。
Yes, it is inside
Umuupa
FIBIDEC.
po ba kayo sa gobyerno dyan?
所以你们在租这个政府拥有的房地产吗？这个 FIBIDEC 就是政府拥有的房地产，那你就是租那个政府他们这个地方。
对对对，这个是我们出
政府的
地来建三家工厂的，对。
Yes, that is correct. We are renting from the government.
Magkano
this
upa
FIBIDEC.
nyo?
请问你租金是多少？
就是30块1平方。
30块披索。
哦，30块。
1平方。
对，1平方。
30块披索只有这么多。
哦，30块。
1平方。
对对对。
Okay, it's only 30 pesos per square meter.
Kaninong panahon ba to? Kaninong administrasyon nung nangyari to?
你能记得这是那个时候谁是总统？
那时候总统应该，那时候是18年是吧？17年、18年、17年、18年是谁啊？是鲁德蒂在做总统是吧？还是阿基诺啊？是鲁德蒂吧？应该是鲁德蒂。
I think it is Duterte because it was in 2018.
Do you know the former president, sir?
你认识那些前总统吗？
我不认识。
I don't know them.
Mr. Yang, yung PBDEC, meron ba ditong daungan? O yung parang port o yung wharf? Daungan?
请问在这个 FIBIDEC 里面有没有一个口岸或是那个港口那种？
PPT 里面。
对。
PPT 里面。
Daungan ng bangka, ng barko.
是港口有没有港口？
我们有建一个码头啊。
Yes, there
我们
is.
三家有建一个码头。
Yes, we build like daungan. Yeah.
Was there ever an incident back in 2021 na nagkahulihan ng mga illegal na operasyon dun sa daungan na yon, sir?
因为在2021年好像也有一个就是行动在那边被抓到的一些员工，所以我们才问你为什么这个里面有这个港口？
被抓员工还是？
Was there ever any illegal smuggling operations done in that port? Specifically, back in 2021, rice smuggling. na nahuli. Meron po ba kayong nalalaman dyan, Mr. Tony Yang?
因为在这个2021年，我们有这个记录，他们有一个违法的行动，就是他们在走私一些大米。你对这个你知道吗？
这件事不是说走私，是当时我们有一艘船。就是在海关申请靠在三家码头，当时就是 BBD 的有一个人，他说他们要来检查，他们过来说要检查吧，检查说不能说卸货，要检查吧，我就有。
It's either you know something or not, sir. It's not that
因
complicated.
为我们是就是有属系的进口吧，所以我就叫海关跟那个摩洛哥跟那个清关公司吧，过来把这个文件给他看，看完就是说文件都清楚了，就后来就没事了，不是说被抓。
不是走私。
哦，不是，绝对不是，这个他可以去查那边的海关跟 BBD 里面的货。
Okay, so this is not considered as smuggling. Because what happened was that there was a boat that stopped there, and it was PPT who did the like a search or investigation. So we submitted the documents to the customs. So it was not considered as.
What incident was this? Is this what's the item that's being transported? Is it rice?
请问里面的货品是什么？
大米那一期。
Yes, it is
So
rice.
may rice business din po kayo.
所以你也有大米的这个企业，对吗？
对。
Yes, that's
So
correct.
pero nagkaroon ng incident na in-inspection kayo noon time na yon. Na according to him, he does not consider it smuggling.
所以您承认在2021年有这个事情发生，对吧？
有这个事情，他们要检查，但是我那个是有熟悉的进口。
Yes, there is something that happened in 2021, but it was an investigation, and it was like an import.
Thank you. But aside from that incident, there have been multiple reports as coming in na hindi lang bigas o kanin yung dumadaong dun sa porta na yan, dyan sa daungan. There are informations, multiple na mga impormasyon na pumapasok na may mga illegal din na droga, na may iba-ibang mga smuggling of different goods. Meron po po kayong nalalaman dito, Mr. Tony Yang?
但是根据我们的报告，除了这个大米之外，你们进口的也有一些毒品，好，或是违法的药物，还有一些其他的物品。你对这个有什么看法？
这个绝对没有。
Absolutely, there's no such thing.
According to him. For the record, are you doing any illegal activities here in the Philippines, Mr. Tony Yang?
请问你在菲律宾有没有做一些违法的事务呢？
没有。
None.
Nag-ooperate pa ba yung Sanjia Steel mo?
这个3家公司还在继续运营吗？
有。
Yes.
I hope that you're telling the truth because if you're not, we will find out. The Quadcom has its eye on you.
希望你说的都是真相，我们会继续检查。
好，我也希望说赶快查清楚。
Yes, that's okay. I also hope that the truth will come out.
Sanjia Steel started kasabay ng mga pogo sa Banban. Galaw ang pogo sa Banban, may mga Chinese nationals, ang daming reports sa pumapasok ng operation. The line of questioning by this humble representation simply boils down to one thing, na sa PAGCOR, sa PAOK, at sa iba-ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan, sir, we have to be careful. Because I do believe that it is possible that some Chinese nationals are fronting different kinds of businesses. But underneath everything that they're showing that is legit, nag-ooperate sila ng Pogo. And mind you, lumalabas na dahil sa paghihirap ng Quadcom Committee na ang Pogo, ang daming inanak na illegal na gawain. Kidnapping, na torturing, even Filipinos. Kaya nakikisuyo ako sa pamahalaan, magsama-sama tayo kasama ang Quadcom led by the President na we should crack down ng Pogo. Kaya Mr. Tony Yang, I really hope that you cooperate with us. Kung may nalalaman ka sa Pogo o may kakilala ka sa Pogo, you should tell us. Because if you don't, the law will catch up on you guys. Matatapos at matatapos tong gawain ng mga illegal. Kaya, yun ang line of questioning ko, Mr. Chair, na yung mga Chinese na nagfo-front ng iba-ibang negosyo, we also have reports na ang worrisome sa akin na meron din dito yata sa Metro Manila. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the reports are wrong. Sa PAOK, maybe I could contact your office and give you a little heads up that there is possibly some Pogos operating in Metro Manila, including in MOA, na meron na allegedly na may front na ibang negosyo pero Pogo ang galawan at negosyo. Ayoko naman pangunahan yung gagawing investigasyon ng pamahalaan natin, but I think it is worth something that you should check on. Not again, that these Chinese nationals who are doing illegal things, marami silang mga paikot sa gobyerno natin. Pinapaikutan tayo eh. Gagawa sila ng peking kumpanya, kunyari legit, tinutulonggis tayong mga Pilipino. It has to stop here. That's why the Quadcom will do whatever it takes. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Junicio. The next to interpolate is Congressman Paulo Ortega. You're recognized. We have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Let me address the same witness, Mr. Chair, Mr. Tony Yang as well. Can we show the slide of the photo where Mr. Tony Yang was arrested, Mr. Chair? Meron ba? Comsec. Anyway, habang bago po i-flash, magtatagalog po ako dahil nakakaintindi naman po yata ng Tagalog si Mr. Tony Yang. I-direct ko lang saglit, Mr. Chair, kay Sir Casio. Nakakaintindi po ba siya ng Tagalog?
Nakakaintindi po siya ng onte, Mr. Chair. Opo.
Nakakapagsalita din po. At,
I believe so, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. Casio, can you say to this committee na meron po siyang certain level or may sense of comprehension naman po siya pagdating po sa Tagalog?
I believe so, based on my interaction, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, tuloy po ako. Mr. Yang, I believe that you are a good businessman. Like magaling po kayong magnegosyo, am I right?
我相信杨先生你是一个好商人，你做的生意都很好。
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Magaling po kayo magnegosyo?
你做生意做得很好吗？
还算一般啦，可以啦。
Maybe just right, just right.
Baka may mga tips kayo sa mga starting business people kung
Nang
paano
parang-
po mapalaki yung mga negosyo, parang yung mga negosyo nyo po. Any tips?
能不能给我们一些提示，如何能做好我们这些企业？
我做生意主要就是我去来菲律宾做生意吧。我从卡加园开始吧，就是反正就是勤劳，还有一点做人一定要老实诚信。做人嘛。做人那个信用很关键，还有一点就是要耐劳其苦。
Parang mahaba po yata yung sagot niya, ma'am, no? Yun ang
Yes.
pinakamahabang sinagot niya.
Okay, so
Ano po yun?
I came here to the Philippines and I started my business in Cagayan. What I can share is that when I started, I just used my hard work. Kailangan lang magsipag. Okay, kailangan din ng integridad sa inyong mga dealings, mga negotiations. At syempre, kailangan din po ng perseverance despite the difficulties and hardship.
And siguro po, may mga tamang kaibigan din po, no? Saka mabubuting kaibigan na makakatulong sa negosyo.
那您说，这些好伙伴、好朋友也是很重要，对吧
对。
？Yes, it's also very important.
有时候我们做人要先做，我们自己要先做好吧，是吧？人家一些生意人才会信任我们嘛，是吧？
So individually, we have to be good persons so that other people will also trust us.
Correct. Nung papunta po kayo ng Cagayan Airport, totoo bang may escort kayo na police?
请问你要前往卡加yan机场的时候，您后面有一些警察陪着你吗？这是对吗
没有。
？No, it's not.
Kahit na escort na hindi po police, barangay tanod, other officials, o mga kaibigan man lang, meron po ba?
那您陪着的，谁陪着你？当时候你去了卡加yan的机场，有没有一些政府官员呢？有没有一些朋友陪着你呢？
没有啊，都没人陪着我去啊，没人陪着我，没有人，就是司机送我各去啊。
So there was no one who accompanied me to Cagayan Airport. It was the driver who sent me there.
From Cagayan, the flight took you to Manila, right?
这个是卡加yan，然后前往马尼拉的航班，对吧？
对。
Yes, that's correct.
At doon na po kayo nahuli nung September 19 sa Terminal 3 nung Huwebes, tama po ba?
然后你是9月19号，就是在3号机场，这是周四被捉到，对吧？
对。
Yes, that's correct.
Do you know the reason why you were captured by the authorities?
您是否知道为什么他们会捉你？
我不知道啊，我到现在我都还不明白为什么被抓的，我一直都在想啊。
Actually, I don't know. Until now, I am wondering what is the reason why I was caught.
May I ask the apprehending authorities to explain why he was caught?
Mr. Chair, may I defer the question to the Bureau of Immigration? They were the ones who effected the arrest.
Sir Chair, may we ask the Bureau of
Yes.
Immigration?
Well, we were informed that Mr. Tony Yang was apprehended because of violation of our immigration laws. And that is the reason why the custody of Mr. Yang is in the Bureau of Immigration.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May nakuha din po na pera na 1.4 million and other currencies. Tama po ba?
OK，然后你被抓到的时候，我们也没收了一共140万的披索现金，对吧
对。
？Yes, that's correct.
Mr. Chair, saan po gagamitin yung ganitong kalaking pera?
这
Kung
笔
Cagayan
钱
de Oro to Manila lang po.
这笔钱是用来做什么？从卡卡亚然后到马尼拉，为什么要带这么多钱？
我本来箱子里面哦，我都有放应该有40万嘛。
40万。
就是我上去在这边打老虎机吧，有赢，好像110几万就放在那个箱子里面嘛，就各来就放在就再带回来吧。
相机里面。
不是箱子，那个
箱子，
那个皮箱，那个箱子。
Okay. So I think that money is the one that I won from the slot machine. That was around 40万。
就是总的有140万嘛，就是本来我有40万，后来有赢100万也放在箱子里面。
So I put inside the luggage. Originally, it was only 400,000, but there was a win of 1 million. So I added, so it became 1.4 million, and then I put that in the luggage.
Saan po kayo nag-casino nung araw na yon?
那一天你在哪里赢的这笔钱？
就是因为我回去一天再回来吧，在欧加达。
I got it from Okada.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chair, may we also ask the help from the casino if it was really one in Okada? And to wrap up, Mr. Chair, Mr. Tony Yang, we are expecting your full cooperation in this investigation. I just want to ask Mr. Chair kung he will commit to this Quadcom his full cooperation in seeking the truth.
Mr. Chair, in relation, sige. Do you still have to say something?
The one that was said?
Wala na.
Okay na po.
Oh,
Sabihin ko na lang.
okay na. Oh, Mr. Chair.
Okay, are you done, Congressman Ortega?
May 2 questions pa sana because I was told to wrap up na. Pero I would just like to know, Mr. Chair, when did he go to Okada?
Yun.
When did he win? And what was his timeline? Kasi CDO to Manila po yung flight niya, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Miss Interpreter, can you ask him?
OK， 接下来要问你，这笔钱你说就是 Okada 赢得的钱，对吧？请问你什么时候赢得这笔钱？而且你什么时候去 Okada？
我上趟应该是在欧加达里面有差不多3、4天嘛，3、4天应该是18号回去吧。18号回去，我带回去。我19号，因为我18号回去签一些文件嘛。我19号又回马尼拉，21号要参加我一个朋友爸爸21号。
Mr. Yang, can you make your answer short, please? Because we're spending too much time on you. Only short. Make it short, please.
OK， 你只要说出一个答案，什么时候去 Okada， 什么时候赢得这笔钱？
就是17号晚上。
It was on the 17th evening.
17号晚上，17号。
So you're saying na baon niya na yung cash, Cagayan de Oro, then Manila? Am I correct?
所以你说这笔钱你一直带着，对吧？
对。
Yes, I've been bringing this money with me.
就放在那个箱子里面。
I put it inside the luggage.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, in relation to what our
Are you
colleague
done,
is asking.
Congressman Ortega?
There's an interjection from the Honorable Benny Abante,
Well,
and I'm
while
willing
our ground rules does not allow interjection since you are one of the chairs, only with the indulgence of Congressman
with my
Ortega.
indulgence, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please proceed, Congressman Abante.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear colleague. I just want to find out how much money did you win and you brought to Again de Oro?
请问你总共赢得多少钱？那个价格是多少？然后你带去Cagayan这笔钱是多少？你在Okada 赢得的这笔钱是多少？
反正我总的那天本来我那140万有40万是我自己的啦，那天就是等于说赢100万加在一起就140万这样。
所以你赢得100万，你赢得100万对吗？
就是。
So what the amount that I won is 1 million pesos, and then the 400,000 was already part of my money, my own money. So I just put it together, and it became 1.4 million pesos.
So you brought with you from Manila to Again de Oro 1.4 million pesos.
To Manila from Cagayan. 所以你从Cagayan然后到马尼拉飞往马尼拉这个航班，你一共带来这个140万对吧？对。Yes, that's correct. The total amount that I brought from Cagayan to Manila is 1.4 million pesos.
Is that right after you have won?
就是你赢得之后，就是带来了这么多钱对吧？
对。
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, when did you win? What date again, please?
什么时候赢得这笔钱呢？
应该是17号。
That was around the 17th.
因为16号我有打，就是打到17号赢了。我18号回卡加也还是17号，应该是17还是17号，应该是17号晚上赢。
What I remember is on the evening of 17th, so I won the money on the evening of 17th, and then on the 18th I went back to Cagayan.
With 1.4 million.
你赢得是一共是100万对吧？对，100。It's only 1 million pesos.
Can you ask him if he can teach me how to win?
能不能教
Let's
他
ask him.
能不能教他
Because
如何
it's very-
赢得这笔
He's
钱？
very lucky.
就是在老虎机如何能赢得这笔钱？
他这种老虎机吧，打有时他会中那个，就是玩。
Okay, finish.
You just have to press.
Okay, that's it. We're only up to 12 midnight. Otherwise, you pay for all the dinner. What's your last question, Congressman Ortega?
I'm okay, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Thank
you.
Okay, thank you.
So, the next interpellator is Congressman Chino Almario. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you for the 5 minutes that you will allow me, Mr. Chair. Good evening to everyone. I'd like to redirect, in the interest of national security, as what was mentioned earlier by Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, I'd like to direct my questions to Ms. Alice Guo. Ms. Alice, aware naman po kayo that you're still under oath. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor. And
Sige, please go
And
on.
Your Honor, I cannot disclose too much because I have 8 pending cases po at the court din po.
Okay. And alam mo ba yung may mga statements kayo na nasabi nyo dati sa mga previous hearings in both the Quadcom and the Senate na naging natuklasan na kasinungalingan? Tama po ba?
Anong pong statement po, Your Honor?
Well, the nationality, your parents, and the like. Tama po ba?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Okay. Pero now that we're here and almost closing on this na rin, willing ka ba na magsalita ng katotohanan sa Quadcom na ito?
Your Honor, ano pong question po?
Willing po ba kayo na magsalita ng katotohanan sa Quadcom na ito now na patapos na itong lahat?
Opo, Your Honor, I have pending cases po at the court. So, anything po na sasabihin ko po dito sa Quadcom might use against me. So,
Okay.
opo.
Alright. Pero even if na alam mo na may alam din yung Ministry of State Security, willing ka rin ba na mag-confess ng katotohanan sa Quadcom na ito?
Your Honor, pa-specify ko po sana yung question po.
Yeah.
Para I know paano po din po ako makahelp po.
Okay. Sige. I'd like to direct your attention po sa ating screen. Can we please flash? Kilala mo ba tong si Xie Jijiang?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Hindi po. Okay. I'd like to put that on the record, Mr. Chair, na hindi po niya kilala the person in question na si Xie Jijiang. Nung nakarang mga hearings, and I'll just put this on the sideline lang because I will touch back on this one again, Mr. Chair. Nung nakaraang mga hearings, sinabi niyo po sa Senado and dito sa Congress na ikaw ay Pilipino. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
And sabi niyo din na dito kayo lumaki. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Dito kayo ipinanganak. Tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor. I have my Filipino birth certificate po.
And dito din kayo, Pilipino din yung mga magulang ninyo po.
Ang alam ko po, ang nanay ko po ay Filipina po.
Okay. And yung tatay mo?
Tatay ko po ay Chinese.
Okay. Now, let's circle back a few years before, more recently, yung sa pagtakbo ninyo bilang mayor po. Ano ulit yung naging rason ninyo kung bakit kayo gustong or bakit kayo nagdesisyon na tumakbo bilang mayor ng Bamban?
Your Honor, unang-una po,
Short, ano silang, Miss?
yes po, tatlo po kasi yung ano ko po, yung sagot ko po dyan. Isa po sa tatlo ay childhood dream ko po. Pangalawa po, sa Bamban po ko lumaki, gusto ko somehow makapag-share din po ng kung ano pong meron ako. Gusto ko rin po natulungan yung mga kababayan ko po. Pangatlo po, tinulungan din po ako ng former mayor din po namin sa town para sa kampanya din po.
Okay. And saan kayo kumuha ng pondo para tumakbo bilang mayor?
Your Honor, 37,000 po ang aming voters. Hindi po ganong kalaki.
So, saan lang kayo kumuha ng pondo? Kasi kailangan ng pondo, di ba? Para magkampanya. So, saan kayo kumuha ng pondo?
Your Honor, kumuha po ako ng pondo sa negosyo ko po.
Okay. And itong negosyo is?
Your Honor, lahat po ng negosyo ko po, sinampahan po nila ng AMLAC. So, I invoke my right against self-incrimination po pagdating po sa business po.
Okay. Can we show the next slide? Gusto ko lang pakita. So, confirm niyo po, Miss Alice, na kayo po ito sa likod po ng Ford F-150. And yan si Cassie, na nakasakay din ng Can-Am. Ano ba yan? Riker Sport 900? Tama ba?
Your Honor, hindi po yung campaign. Yan po ay town fiesta po namin.
Town fiesta lang.
Opo.
Okay. So, very interesting. Kasi from what I remember, kasi ako mahilig ako sa kotse, pero yung kotse ko is a 2003 Camry. And medyo may kamahalan din yung mga nakikita natin dito sa pictures. But sige na lang. So this was a fiesta naman din and very festive. Pero kayong dalawa yung nasa picture, tama po ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. So you lahat ng mga funding na nakuha mo for your campaign, galing sa sarili nyo, sa businesses?
Yes po, galing po sa sarili po lahat, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, you didn't ask for any funding from any Chinese person, Filipino?
Never po.
Okay, sige.
Filipinos po, may mga friends po na tumulong in kind. Pero finances po, wala po.
Okay, sige. Now, Mr. Chair, if you would allow me, I would like to show a video to everyone. This is from Al Jazeera. And if I may, Mr. Chair, also request humbly that this may not be taken out of my time as this is very revealing also in nature, if it's okay, Mr. Chair.
Certainly.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Almario, the better Almario.
Anyways, please, Comsec, can we please play the video?
接收到很多这个中国公安部和“一带一路”的这个机密啊，一些事情呢还和最高层的未来有关系。我被送回中国，一定会遭到灭口。
Wang Fugui met Sher in prison and says he witnessed an attempted attack on him.
60-70个泰国人对我们10多个中国人进行那个无差别的袭击。为什么知道是针对佘志阳先生呢？是因为这些泰国人相互说话当中，就是有在找佘志江，那个时间是他律师会见的时间，然后所以说躲避了这一次袭击。
Thai prison authorities did not respond to our request for comment. Wang spent 5 years in jail battling charges related to credit card fraud before being found not guilty. He says he became good friends with Sher when they were placed in the same cell. He's now the custodian of many of the tycoon's alleged secrets.
他有在亚太上留下很多那个待解密的那些档案，目前受到他的那个授权所解密的那些内容只是部分的内容而已，但是这些内容涉及到了那些国安人员的名单。
He allows us to take a look. One file in particular catches our attention. It's a dossier about Guo Huaping or Alice Guo, former fugitive and embattled ex-mayor of a small town in the Philippines. Now in police custody, Guo is being investigated for alleged ties to scam operations and money laundering. He's also accused of being a Chinese spy.
菲律宾的这个郭华平的，我用这个手机来跟他通过话，当时呢还要的。
Sher says Guo once asked him to help fund her political campaign.
那我更不想得罪这个菲律宾政府了，所以一直就或者没有给钱。
Guo has repeatedly insisted she was born in the Philippines, a prerequisite for office holders in the country. But Sher's dossier lists China as her place of birth. Guo had previously claimed she's the daughter of a Filipino woman. But according to this document, her mother is a Chinese citizen called Lin Wenyi. The dossier also lists a family address in China's Fujian province. This is what our researcher finds when he visits the local office of the Chinese Communist Party. At a nearby village, residents shown photographs of Guo recognize her as the daughter of Lin Wenyi, the same name that appears in Sher's dossier. They say Guo was born here and only moved away towards the end of 2002. Sher says he has a message for the former mayor.
郭华平生活是不可信的，我们两个人你看一下，曾经都为这个国安部卖命，你看看我的下场。要想不被灭口呢，就把真相呢也告诉全世界。
China's Ministry of State Security did not respond to our requests for comment. Neither did Alice Guo Huaping.
So, Mr. Chair, I'd like to point out to this committee that even if we have been making our own researches, pulling up our own inquiries, this is another source from a completely different party and is unrelated to what we do. Pero nagkataon that the person named She Kailun, who si She Zijiang trusted with the encrypted files, showed to Al Jazeera that there is a dossier confirming that there are Chinese spies all over, at least in this case, Myanmar, but here also in the Philippines, and undoubtedly shows Guo Huaping. In the picture where she was born, even her mother, and the name of Lin Wenyi. Mr. Chair, again, we were told, kanina nagtanong tayo kung lumaki ba si Ma'am Alice dito sa Pilipinas, kung dito ba siya ipinanganak, kung Pilipino ba yung mga magulang niya. She first said na dito daw siya lumaki, which is false. Because paano malalaman or ma-identify ng mga tao doon mismo sa address sa Fujian na nakilala nila si Alice Go Huaping as anak ni Lin Wenyi nung pinakita nila yung picture ni Go Huaping sa kanila. Number 2, tinanong natin kung saan ba siya ipinanganak. Nakita na nga. Doon mismo, she left daw late of 2002. Sabi pa ng mga tao na in-interview ng Al Jazeera doon mismo sa Fujian. And might we take note, Mr. Chair, na sa video, nung pinuntahan nila yung address na nakalagay sa dossier, sa encrypted dossier, is a local office ng Communist Party of China. So, Mr. Chair, I think this in itself speaks volumes na. No? Again, nakakainis na time and time again, dinideny ni Go Huaping lahat ng mga questions na tinatanong namin sa kanya. Okay. Again, let me ask. Go Huaping, kilala mo ba si Xie Zhijiang? Yes or no?
Your Honor, yung si Jijan na sinasabi niyo po, yan po ba yung pinakita niyo po kanina sa akin sa picture?
Correct.
Hindi ko po siya kilala. At sana po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, makuha ko rin po yung details. Gusto ko po magdemanda. Hindi ko po sila kilala.
Hindi natin madidemanda, Miss Alice, dahil kasi he's in jail in Thailand. And the reason why he's speaking the truth now is because, as he was saying din in the video, although hindi lang pinakita dito, is that he is also being illegally detained daw, sabi niya. Kaya sa galit niya, he wants to speak also the truth out to the world na iniipit na rin siya ng Chinese Ministry of State and Security. So, what does he have to lose? That's why nga sinabi nga niya sa inyo, Ms. Go Huaping, na tell the truth. Don't fall to the same mistakes that he has done kasi nga, he also fears for your life. Remember, nung Senate hearing, na you mentioned na you didn't want to name names because you feared for your life. And because of that, the Senate granted you security and asylum within the PNP's compound. Ngayon, na nag-executive session na kayo, sabi ng Senate na there was nothing to go about except for one name na hindi pa din namin alam. But if we look at it, there is no doubt, kitang-kita na. Hindi na galing mismo dito sa Quadcom, pero in an international company that whose job is to search for the truth worldwide. So, Mr. Chair, I'd like to submit this video na this is confirmation that what we've been trying to unearth here, marami na din dyan na nakikita din that corroborates not from us but from other parties as well. Which also means that this Quadcom should also be the avenue for which other people should also go to us to reveal more of the truth kasi kailangan din natin yung kompletong katotohanan. Which is why this is an open call to action, Mr. Chair. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood ng Quad Committee meetings natin, na kung may alam kayo, lalo na nakakatulong ito sa pagtingin, sa pagkuha ng katotohanan, please come forward. Kasi this is national security also at stake. She's been denying na may kilala siya, na ultimo, sinasabi niya na ilang beses na siya tinawagan para humingi ng campaign funds. Kung hindi niya alam yun, or if he was saying, if it wasn't even in the same timeline, then he wouldn't have said that. Diba? Timing. Elections natin, doon din siya, tumakbo din siya, humingi siya ng tulong. It all adds up. It all lines up. So, Mr. Chair, I'd like to submit this video to the committee. And I hope na people really try this time na mas marami pa na will come forward to speak truth to this matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Almario. So, before we recognize the next interpolator, may tanong lang ako kay Ms. Go Huaping. So, hindi mo kilala yon, ano?
Your Honor, unfair naman po para sa akin. Hindi ko po siya kilala at never po ako humingi ng campaign fund entirely. Never po ako humingi ng campaign fund during my campaign period. At nung video na pinakita po ni Congressman Chino po kanina, hindi ko po siya kilala. At gusto ko rin po na iparating sa lahat ng kababayan ko at buong Pilipinas na rin po, mahal ko pang Pilipinas.
Kasi nabanggit dun sa video na you're probably a spy.
Hindi po ako spy.
So hindi ka spy.
Totally po, hindi po ako spy.
Hindi ikaw yung nasa picture.
Hindi po ako spy, hindi po ako nasa picture, at hindi rin po, Your Honor, ako yung sinasabi niya.
Kasi yung parang pinakita niyang dokumento, I don't know if that is a birth certificate from China, it clearly shows a picture that resembles your feature. Di ba? So, 1, 2, pangalan mo, yung Go Waping. Tapos yung place of birth mo, nakalagay daw doon. Nakalagay, China di ba? So, how will you now tell us and convince the Filipino people na ikaw ay hindi spy at ikaw ay hindi involved dito sa Pogo?
Your Honor, I think our government agencies can prove din sa darating ng araw na hindi po ako spy dahil hindi naman po talaga ako spy. Secondly, yung tao po na nasa video po kanina, I'll find way para, hindi ko po alam kung paano, pero I'll talk to my lawyer, especially the network, magdidemanda po ako.
Okay, sige. Thank you. The next interpellator is Congresswoman Migs Nograles. You're recognized.
Thank
you have 5
you, Mr.
minutes.
Chair. Before that, sorry, Ms. Alice Go, you said you will file a case against this Sheji Zian, and you said you will tell the network. Anong network to?
Per my record po, kung di po ako nagkakamali, Al Jazeera Network.
Okay,
Yung
thank
nakita
you.
ko po kanina. Pero babalikan ko po kung tama po yung naisulat ko po, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I'll go back to some questions in relation to the video. So again, Ms. Alice Go, Mr. Chair, you are denying that you are a Chinese spy.
Hindi po ako Chinese spy.
Well, Mr. Chair, wala naman atang spiya na mag-aamin na spiya siya. No. So, it really begs the question. But anyway, alam nyo ba, Ms. Go, na itong si She Ziyang, na umamin na Chinese spy siya, na sinabi naman niya, kilala ka niya, ay inamin niya na dito siya na-recruit sa Pilipinas.
Your Honor, I cannot answer your question dahil hindi ko po siya kilala.
So, to put in record, Mr. Chair, this video showed, mahaba kasi to, it's an excerpt of the video, na inamin niya na recruited siya dito sa Pilipinas. In fact, can we show lang na nagpakita siya ng picture, na nandito siya sa Pilipinas. I think it's one of the recruiters. Kung pwede lang natin mapakita yung picture na yon. So, eto. Wala kang kilala dito.
Sa tatlo po, ni isa po wala po akong kakilala, Your Honor.
So, eto, nandito si Shezi Zhang when he was saying, Mr. Chair, na dito siya na-recruit sa Pilipinas as a spy. Baka iisa lang pala ang nagre-recruit sa kanila, hindi natin alam, no? And again, babalik natin doon sa picture na pinakita sa video. Yung next slide, please. And again, you confirm this is not you, Miss Alice Go?
Your Honor, hindi po ako yan.
This is not you, okay. Ang katanungan ko, Miss God, because you're saying that hindi mo kilala at dedemanda mo, ano naman mabe-benefit din nitong si Sheji Zhang to name you?
Your Honor, I think it's better for you to ask him. Kasi siya po yung naglabas ng video, so siya po nakakaalam anong makakapag-benefit po sa kanya. Definitely, hindi po ako spy.
Okay. Relax ka lang. Bakit ka galit?
Kasi po, ganun din po yung nangyari last time. Sinasabi po nila spy ako. Mahal ko pong Pilipinas, Filipino po ako, hindi po ako spy.
Okay, relax lang. Relax ka lang. Diba? You don't have to be so riled up if you know the truth. Right? So, you categorically will keep denying what Shezi Zhang is saying, right? He mentions na pinanganak ka sa Fujian, China, and na nanay mo si Lin Wenyi. Correct?
Allegations po niya yun, Your Honor.
And who is Lin Wenyi?
Your Honor, Lin Wenyi is a partner of my father. And about my citizenship naman po, I think there is already
I'm not asking
court
anything about your
na po.
citizenship. I'm just asking who Lin Wenyi is. Pinapangunahan mo ako sa mga questions ko. Hindi ko naman tinatanong. Masyado kang defensive. You know, mga actuations mo, medyo, it's showing something, Ms. Guo. So, itong address mo na pinakita, pakita natin yung picture ulit. Yung address nito, Mr. Chair, is apparently the local address of the Chinese Communist Party. Sigurado ka, hindi mo nami-miss to? Walang memories?
Never ko po nakita, Your Honor.
Baka lang, may emotional ka ngayon eh. Baka lumabas ang emotions mo dito. Ano?
Your
Nami-miss
Honor,
mo.
emotional po ako dahil unfair po para sa akin, para sabihan po ako na spy po ako.
Okay, I'm asking about your house now. So, eto,
Your Honor, that's not my house.
Okay, this is in Fujian. Balik lang natin sa last hearing na meron pinakita si Congresswoman Luis Tro, no? Yung nagko-congratulate yung people of Fujian sa kanya. So, kung hindi ka taga dito, at mukhang taga dito naman yung sinasabi nilang bahay nila, bakit naman din? Pakita nga natin ulit. I think we have that, no? That the people of Fujian was congratulating the first mayor na naging mayor dito. Yan. We have a translator here. Do you understand what is written?
Yes, this is like congratulating for winning as the mayor. Okay, and then these are the people who prepared this congratulatory page.
Those are the people, yung mga pangalan.
Below, yes po.
Okay. Baka kunin natin, Mr. Chair, yung mga pangalan na yan.
Yeah, can you please post it again? Yan. Oh. Sino-sino yan?
It is from Jinjiang, Jinjing Shen. Yeah, it's an association of the hometown. It's in Jinjing Shen.
Which is in Fujian, I think.
Yes, it is.
Which is basically where what we saw in this video, Mr. Chair, kung saan talaga sinasabing galing ang si Miss Alice Guo, no? And then itong si Lin Wenyi na tinatanggi naman po ni Miss Alice Guo na hindi mo nanay, no? Which later on, nakakalungkot if she really is your mother, na you're denying your ties to your mother. Sinabi din sa documentary, Mr. Chair, na umalis nga daw siya, sabi ng mga residente doon, na umalis siya towards the end of 2002. From the previous hearings, we have a copy of the Special Investor Resident Visa. Yung next slide, please. Yan. Na dependent siya ni Lin Wenyi. Galing nga sila from Fujian. And it is January 12, 2003 na pumasok sila ng Pilipinas. So, you know, the facts seem to be aligned. The documents that we have and we've been seeing seem to be aligned with this video that came out, Mr. Chair, na hindi naman natin alam bakit naman in-name din si Miss Alice Guo na hindi naman, wala namang kinalaman ito sa atin. But apparently, there is that connection, which is scary. We go back to Lin Wenyi, which you have said this is the partner of your father, your Chinese father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And you said naman na you will only be into business with those you are very close with and those you trust, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you said that last hearing. And yung lumabas nga yung mga corporations, makita natin, they're about, pakita natin yung almost similar to the table that we showed last hearing, or 2 hearings ago. Ito yung mga corporations mo. Ang daming beses lumalabas nga nitong si Lin Wenyi. na lahat ng mga kasama sa corporations na yon are actually family members of yours. Your brother, your father, right? And ngayon, nanay niya. Itong Lin Wenyi. So it is a family corporation. So, Miss Alice, itong nangyari dun sa video, meron sinasabing yung Yatay Group. Ito yung company ni Mr. She Zhizang. And actually, itong business ni She Zhizang ay katulad ng mga negosyong tinayo mo sa Bamban, Tarlac. There's a picture na alos magkapareho siya. And do you know that itong si She Zhizang, link yung mga businesses niya, kaya nga siya nasa Thailand ngayon with human trafficking, extortion, and cyber scams, which are the very same crimes na tinitingnan natin ngayon, Mr. Chair, na nangyayari sa mga illegal Pogo operations dito. If I may be allowed to play an excerpt of that video again, Mr. Chair, to show what's happening in Myanmar.
Please proceed.
It's one of Asia's most mysterious cities. A pulsing boomtown in a war-torn region of Myanmar.
You can see really just how close it is to Thailand, with just this tiniest river that separates them.
Across the border is Yatai New City. Once a sleepy rural town, it's been transformed by vast sums of Chinese money. Judah Tanner used to run a school near where the neon-lit buildings now stand.
It really is Myanmar's version of Las Vegas or Macau. Just a few years ago, it was rice fields and cornfields. Basically overnight, we've just seen it erupt into this city that just goes as far as the eye can see.
It's Lunar New Year.
So, Mr. Chair, essentially, makikita natin may similarity from a rural area, pumasok at nag-expand, nag-build ng mga ganitong klase to front legal businesses na alam naman natin may mga illegalities which is being found in Myanmar. And ito yung sinabi ng Chinese spy na si She Zhizang. So essentially, Mr. Chair, kung titingnan mo, if I may show na lang to this committee para mas madali. Parang ang mga espiya ng China, di lang sa Pilipinas, pati sa Myanmar, we don't know other countries that we can later on discover. Parang may steps sila kung anong gagawin nila. Parang, ito, step 1, pumili kayo ng bansa. Halimbawa, itong Philippines sa atin, Myanmar, Thailand. Step 2, pumili ng lugar na pagtatayuan ng mga industrial complex, which we have seen in Porac, Pampanga, and in Bamban, Tarlac. Step 3, maghanap ng mga dayuhang Chinese na mumumuhanan na tutulong magtayo ng negosyo. Kita natin, yung kapatid ni Michael Yang, nakatanggap halos 2 billion pesos mula 2018 hanggang 2021. Si Zhang Yujin, na nakita natin guilty sa Singapore para sa kasong money laundering na incorporator ng Baofu. At yung si Jiang Zhongguo, yung ama ni Alice Guo, na incorporator din, na sinasabi nga niya, yun yung nagsimula, di ba? Na nagpondo rin sa kanya sa mga businesses. There's this trend, Mr. Chair, na galing sa Chinese, nagsisimula, or kung grandfather man, ganito yung mga paulit-ulit na kwento Then there's step 4. Kukunin ang mga loob ng mga residente at gawing dummies. Nakita natin, I think, di ba may mga nag-surrender, I think over the past few days, Mr. Chair. Itong sinema Thelma Laranan, Rowena Evangelista, tindahan sila ng mga gulay, may mga barbecue stall na obviously hindi naman nila kaya mag-incorporate or to give itong mga capital sa mga malalaking negosyo na nag-surrender na ginamit lang sila. I don't know kung paano nila ginawa ito. Basta kinukuha nila yung loob ng mga residente kasi syempre may mga pangangailangan siguro at hindi naman nila iniisip kung ano yung magiging repercussions. Then there's step 5, na maghahanap ng makapangyarihan na tao na may pera at impluwensya sa gobyerno na alam natin na tinatanungan natin na ngayon hindi na natin makita, Mr. Chair, ang dating presidential spokesperson, na kita natin, tinulungan niya, bigyan ng permit, ang mga Pogo, known personality who's the lawyer and owns several properties connected to what we have been seeing the past few hearings. Then there's step 6, mag-incorporate na ng mga kumpanyang mukhang legitimate sa una. Diba? Nabigyan na natin ng lisensya tong Hongshen. And then na-raid yung Baofu compound. Yung Lucky South 99 nagsimula as a BPO, sa BPO at real estate industry. Ngunit inamend na yung AOI niya noong February, doon na pumasok yung Pogo. So they can start incorporating in the guise of a legitimate business na mamaya magiging illegal naman. Then there is the next step, magkakaroon nga ng corporate layering na. At nakikita natin sa mga different corporations like Baofu, itong mga corporation ng mga Yangs, itong mga corporations nila Miss Alice Guo. Nakita natin sa Matrix today, there are so many corporate layers na pag tinignan mo, it all ties back to 2 personalities who are here. Actually, 3 personalities who are here na magkakasabwat, Mr. Chair. And of course, step 8. Then dito na, pag nangyari na tong lahat, magkakaroon na ng illegal na gawain na may mga human trafficking, money laundering, illegal gambling, love scams, tax evasions, at iba pa. You know, Mr. Chair, nakakalungkot. So ito, titingnan natin, steps 1 to 8. Mukhang ito ang, kumbaga, standard siguro nila or mission order ng mga espiya na to. Nakakalungkot na pumasok sila ng Pilipinas. Pinayagan silang pumasok ng Pilipinas dahil bawal sa kanilang bansa itong mga gambling, offshore. Pumasok ang China dito. They took advantage of our country, our laws, our citizens, our resources, Mr. Chair. Nakakatakot dahil hindi to one-sided. Lahat ng mga steps na to, mangyayari lang at pupunta sa next step kung pinayagan to ng gobyerno. There are steps and there are processes. At sinabi ni Ms. Alice Guo, na our government agencies can prove naman daw. Diba? Kasi alam niya, hindi naman gagalaw to, hindi mangyayari to kung walang approval ng mga government agencies. So paano to nakalusot, Mr. Chair? Yun yung tinitingnan natin. Kaya natin ginagawa to. Yung government ng Pilipinas natin, paano nangyari to? Para nakapasok ang China dito? Paano nakalusot ang isang Chinese spy dito? At malala, paano naging parte ang isang Chinese spy sa gobyerno natin na binoto ng mga Pilipino? Paano nangyari to? Sino ang pumayag na mangyari to? Akala ko ba, Mr. Chair, diba the Philippines is not for sale? Yun yung sinasabi. Baka kaya naman palang the Philippines is not for sale dahil siguro as early as 2017 ay nagsimula tong lahat ay mukhang nabenta ng Pilipinas. So sino ba ang nagbenta ng Pilipinas sa China? Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. And I will end again to Ms. Alice Guo with the message of your fellow Chinese spy to you. So sana medyo matauhan ka ng konti. Can we just play that message na lang po?
Hindi, meron pa eh. Yung last part.
Message yan.
Yung part lang po ng message dun sa video.
The last part.
Yes, the last part.
Can you fast forward to the last part? Yung statement.
我接收到很多这个中国公安部和“一带一路”的这个机密啊，一些事情呢还和最高层那位呢有关系。我被送回中国，一定会遭到灭口。
Sa last part po.
Wang Fugui met She in prison and says he witnessed an attempted attack on him.
6起
Sa last part lang po yung message po ni She Zhang.
我接收到很多这个中国公安部和“一带一路”的这个机密啊，一些事情呢还和
Sige po, yung sasabihin ko na lang kung nagkakaroon ng technical difficulties, hindi ko masasabi in Chinese, baka kasi mas makarelate sila eh, Mr. Chair, sayang, di ba? Pero,
But there was a English translation
Yes.
sa baba eh.
oo. Kung nasa last part kasi siya eh. Ayan, ayan. Ayan po.
In She's dossier. They say Guo was born here and only moved away towards the end of 2002. She says he has a message for the former mayor.
郭海挺生活是不可信的，我们两个人你看一下，曾经都为这个国安部卖命，你看看我的下场。要想不必灭口呢，就把真相呢也告诉全世界。
China's Ministry of State Security did not respond to our request for comment.
Thank you.
Neither did Alice Guo Huaping.
So, Mr. Chair, I end my interpellation with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Congresswoman Nograles.